keja guma mnienko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mnienko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mnienko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mnienko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mnienko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mnienko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabing say you. Wati unkensen. Kwabena, keja guma mnienko. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Puntimpunasi sokode. No akanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena. Keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube puntimpunasi sokode. No akanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena. Keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube puntimpunasi sokode. No akanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena. Keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube puntimpunasi sokode. No akanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena. Keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube puntimpunasi sokode. No akanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena. Keja guma mnianko. Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema bemeti gara furukube puntimpunasi sokode. No akanchira katabin say you. What you can say? Kwabena. Keja guma mnianko.
Deputy Regional Women Organizer. Me pano support or me not a John Mama. Awe or peeling jam. A chesite. A varatita in the Naku put it to Borla. abasi. So the letter sal kama ayo Kwabena 13th May Adanja wa made up our support at John Mama. Waka number 1 on the ballot paper, Jabaranjam, but Tom one at a Kufoja party to a Siteka at a time level or Varsity in the Napoleon. Thank you.
The victory of Muhammad.
The reason why I want John Mama is the best person that will come and help Ghana out. We are in a ditch, and he's the savior, and he's the protector. He's the man to put it on a survival route. So I urge all delegates, I plead and beg them to make sure they endorse John Mama as I endorse him. Our fathers, delegates, fellow comrades, fellow Akatamosonians, I beg all of them to make sure they endorse President John Mahama to continue on and continue well as he was continuing and holding the country as well for us. I believe in my heart that if John Mahama comes back to the power, to power, he will help the nation and continue on the development.
Bobie. Bobie. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you just admire Professor Joshua Alabi? Let's give him a round of applause once again. Now, this is a man who I admire so much because
the flame of the party burning bright. Let us embark on this journey with renewed determination, unity, and unwavering belief in the principle that guides us all. Together, we will write a new chapter in Ghana's history, one that is defined by progress, prosperity, and inclusivity for all. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I would like to do an emotional thing. Our task as a project team is to get the party a flag bearer. Not just a flag bearer, but an experienced flag bearer. One who can lead us to victory. Our other task is also to get the country a president who will move us from relegation to premier. Ladies and gentlemen, before you, after His Excellency's acceptance speech, we, the project team, are handing over to the party a solid man who is capable of achieving all that for us. I know under the leadership of General Mosquito and the General Secretary, the party will take very good care of him because we did. On this note, thank you, and may the spirit of our party guide us towards a victorious future. Thank you very much. I salute you all.
The victory of Muhammad.
Me, Ajia, Christy, and Adem, since 92, Temobo Party Wapo. Me serve constituency Wapoma as women organizer. Achem region as serve as deputy regional women organizer. Me pami support or me not a John Mama. Ayen or peeling jam. Addressite, a varatita in the Nakuputi to Borla, Abasi. So the Lata Salakama, Ayon Mena 13th May, Adanja, one made up our support at the John Mama. Waka number 1 on the ballot paper, Tabaranjam, but Tom one ataku forja party to Tenka, at a time never or Varsita in the Nakodepo Abasi. Thank you.
The victory of Muhammad.
The reason why I want John Mama is the best person that will come and help Ghana out. We're in a ditch. And he's the savior, and he's the protector. He's the man to put us on a survival route. So I urge all delegates, I plead and beg them to make sure they endorse John Mama as I endorse him. Our fathers, delegates, fellow comrades, fellow Akatamosonians, I beg all of them to make sure they endorse President John Mahama to continue on and continue well as he was continuing and holding the country as well for us. Believe in my heart that if John Mahama comes back to the power, to power, he will help the nation and continue on the development.
Choboy! Ladies and gentlemen, don't you just admire Professor Joshua Alabi? Let's give him a round of applause once again. Now, this is a man who I admire so much because
to do so. We have done it before, and we will do it again. Together with my team, we will enhance investor confidence in our country to attract credible domestic and foreign investors, especially in the manufacturing and light industry sector. This we will do by being transparent and not concealing economic data, such as the budget deficit, public debt, and our net international reserve. Even as we await the board of the International Monetary Fund's approval for Ghana's requested bailout by the end of May or June this year, we expect that the Finance Minister will urgently present a mid-year review budget to Parliament, which would include any agreements they might have reached with the fund, and also one that critically cuts down government expenditure. The 2023 budget and financial statement presented to Parliament last November currently is riding on stilts with no stability. And this is why I insist government must immediately, upon approval of Ghana's program by the fund, review the 2023 budget to reflect the realities of our economic situation today. My fellow Akatamonsonians, fellow countrymen and women, unemployment is a national security crisis today. Unemployment is at its highest level in the history of Ghana. And what must be done to help in ameliorating the challenge has not been done. From January 2025, the next NDC administration will work to transform our economy, diversify our exports, ensure value addition to our production to create more jobs. Agriculture and agribusiness shall be one of the key anchors of our economic transformation plan. We will launch a program akin to the Operation Feed Yourself and Feed Your Industries program of the early 1970s. This is geared to make Ghana self-sufficient in basic staples and curb unnecessary imports. We will seek to make indigenous entrepreneurs capture, in quotes, the commanding heights of the Ghanaian economy. In our previous stint in government, we sought to achieve this by strategically prioritizing the Tamni irrigation project, rehabilitating the Via and Tono irrigation projects, all in the Upper East region. We supported the Avnash rice processing factory here in Yankpala in the northern region. We provided fish storage facilities along the entire coastline of Ghana, and we prepared the Commander Sugar Factory for takeoff in the central region, amongst others. In the non-agricultural sector, the Wakang ceramic factory, which came alive in the western region, and the Savannah cement factory are but a few of the examples of employment opportunities we created when we were in office. And remember, we also injected 51 million Ghana cedis into the pharmaceutical sector for expansion and job creation. And our foresight became a windfall when COVID-19 struck our shores. Let me restate what I said in Ho during the launch of my campaign for flag bearer. I said we shall promote robust local participation in our banking and financial, telecommunications, tourism, mining, agribusiness, and manufacturing sectors to grow our economy and create sustainable employment for our youth. We will restore indigenous Ghanaian investment in the financing and banking sector. And we will create a tiered banking system that will serve various segments of the market. We will give the opportunity for experienced banking hands who were laid off and needlessly to secure their careers once more and move away from the menial jobs that they were compelled to take. As far as practicable, the banking licenses that were unjustly cancelled by this government will be restored. Ladies and gentlemen, our nation is still at the crossroads with crippling debts and an inefficient and wasteful government. We cannot continue this pathway. It is a betrayal of our people as a leader to keep doing things the same way when the results leave them poorer. I am committed to operating an effective government with no more than 60 ministers. These ministers, together with other appointees of the government, will not be entitled to ex gratia payments after their tenure. As I will make them commit to that undertaking even before the necessary constitutional amendments, including a review of the controversial Article 71, is carried out. I share the view that Ghanaians in the diaspora must no longer have to renounce their foreign citizenship before they can stand for elections or hold public office in Ghana. I personally believe that most of them make up for their absence with the remittances that they send. And definitely, if conditions improve, a lot of them will return home to work here in Ghana. In fact, some Ghanaians in the diaspora have proven to be extremely beneficial to our country. Take, for instance, Professor Frimpong Boateng of the Cardiothoracic Center, fame, who returned from Germany to establish the Cardio Center and has saved since in collusion with a foreigner. It also emerged that the heart surgeon had 2 years ago boldly exposed the duplicity of the MPP government in the fight against Galamsey. His report has opened a can of worms, which I know this president, in his usual manner, will sweep under the carpet, just as many corruption scandals have been cleared by who is called the clearing agent. We shall pursue this matter further and make sure that justice is done. The truth is that this government cannot just wish away the reality that Ghana is not looking good on the Corruption Perception Index of Transparency International. The president no longer makes corruption a pet topic in any of his speeches because corruption has defeated him hands down. The government's bid to suppress press freedoms and an inordinate clampdown of civil activists, including even members of parliament who dare to expose corruption. And let me assure you, as I stated in Garou in the Upper East during my campaign tour, that I will adopt a robust root and branch approach to fighting corruption. Because corruption is a major source through which state resources are lost. It will not matter whether the people in the corruption are. We will continue the constitution review process commenced by President John Evans Atta of blessed memory, and we will carry it to its logical conclusion. This will help to plug the loopholes and clarify some clauses in our constitution and make it responsive to our current reality. My fellow Tamansonians, Ayezu, Ayeza, Ehejo, MFA, hey, 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 thank you. I began by thanking you, my party delegates, for voting massively for me on Saturday. And I promise that I'll fulfill every promise I made to you during my visits to your constituencies. All the promises I made in the 16 regions of Ghana between March and 12 May 2023, I intend to fulfill. I'll be working with the National Chairman, the General Secretary, and the leadership of our party to build a formidable National Democratic Congress, one that every Ghanaian will be proud to associate with. And Ghanaians should keep in mind that the NDC has provided the most impactful socio-economic and development projects across the length and breadth of this country. I make a firm promise to ensure that our 2024 campaign is fully decentralized by empowering our branches to lead the voter mobilization and voting day canvassing. And they will be supported by the constituency and regional executives, and of course by national and the flag bearer. Empowering the branches and motivating them and ensuring that we deploy the needed material and logistics, I remain convinced will help our campaigning and canvassing in 2024. We must all embrace and support an equitable distribution of party logistics to the branches, because this will strengthen the branches and encourage competition, even as we plan to reward each branch adequately for meeting the targets that we're going to set them in 2024. In the next few months, we'll begin redeeming our promise to help constituencies that currently do not own their own offices to acquire offices. And we'll commence the organization of periodic orientation and training programs by our party school for all our executives. Ladies and gentlemen, and the millions following us from Ghana and across the world, as I conclude before I take my seat, I want to reiterate some of the other commitments I made to the people of Ghana on the campaign tour. I want you to remember them so that you can hold me accountable when I come into office. I'll keep these promises when I assume office on January 7th, 2025, God willing. We will restore stability and inclusive growth in the economy, and we shall rejuvenate the almost collapsed banks and the financial sector. And this will involve sweeping reforms at the Bank of Ghana, because the central bank itself has been a part of creating this problem. I'll create the foundation that will ensure that Ghana will never suffer such a deadly debt management program that threatens to send our elderly people holding government bonds to an early grave and wipe out the investments of the Ghanaian middle class. I'll prioritize local participation in the banking, financial, telecoms, mining, oil and gas, agriculture, manufacturing and construction sectors to generate more jobs for our youth. The Ghanaian young men and women we interact with on a daily basis and their colleagues in other African countries are simply tired of the jobless GDP figures. We will actively attract viable and serious private sector investors to partner government to invest in the productive sectors of this country for more jobs to be created. I will advocate strongly the return of investors who have left because of the poor management of this economy by NPP. This will involve an emphasis on agriculture and agribusiness, and will have a strong focus on making Ghanaians own their own micro enterprises. I'll complete abandoned and ongoing projects instead of rushing to start new ones. We will carry out an inventory of all hospitals, schools, electrification, water and road projects which have stalled or been abandoned, and we will make an annual budgetary allocation for their completion. Beyond the economic front, we will also be very strong on governance, because transparent and accountable governance at all levels remains an assured fuel that fires the socio-economic transformation of successful nations. In that regard, we will establish a Governance Advisory Council to help improve political governance, curb corruption, and ensure the respect of human rights. This council will include representatives of civil society organizations, religious leaders, traditional leaders, and ordinary Ghanaians. And amongst others, they will be empowered to release a State of Governance in Ghana report every year. This report will guide government in fine-tuning our good governance record. And as I said already, I'll run the leanest but most efficient government under the Fourth Republic by appointing not more than 60 ministers and deputy ministers. And I said already, I'll work to abolish the payment of ex gratia and cut out waste and ostentation in government. We shall work with Parliament and all stakeholders to complete the Constitution review process and strengthen the separation of powers. Government procurement is recognized as a major source of corruption and misappropriation of public funds. We will therefore, among other measures, set up an independent value for money office to scrutinize all government procurements that are above a $5 million threshold or as shall be recommended by Parliament. I will give anti-corruption state institutions unfettered space to operate. The days of the clearing agents must come to an end on January 7, 2025. I'll also set up a commission of inquiry to investigate the matter of looted and stolen state lands. And the same commission will make recommendations for resolving the vexed issue of expropriated Gardangbe lands. And to deepen our democracy, the fourth estate of the realm, the media must also be given a conducive and collaborative atmosphere to operate as the fourth power that they ought to be without threats, harassment, and assassinations. In this regard, we shall speed up the investigation of the assassination of Ahmed Swale. And the perpetrators shall surely be brought to book. We are starting off in earnest, and I'll be outlining other policies and strategies in the course of the 2024 campaign and also in our 2024 manifesto conversations. Let me emphasize that Ghana is in this severe and acute financial distress with suffocating levels of unemployment due to the reckless mismanagement of the economy by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. But there is hope, and that hope can be fast-tracked if we choose vision with experience over try me and experiment, especially at this crucial time in our nation's life. The NDC delegates have shown the way by electing me with a definite 98.9%, or in mathematical terms, you always adjust to the nearest number. And so 98.9% is 99%. And this is indicative of their elevated faith and conviction in my ability to provide honest, visionary, and responsible leadership. They did so not only based on our solid record of achievements, but also on the concrete, sincere assurances I've given to transform our cherished country, Ghana, by building the Ghana we want together. That transformation will demand your cooperation, and that cooperation begins from today. In building the Ghana we want together, we will need you, every Ghanaian, including the disappointed NPP members. Including the disappointed NPP members who are appalled by the arrogance and truthfulness, mismanagement, corruption, and nepotism of their own government. I invite all such persons to join us in this rebuilding mission. We will also need you, every Ghanaian who wants to have a project or program in agriculture, including horticulture, aquaculture, small businesses, manufacturing, construction services, extractive industry, but has been impeded by the illicit demands of officials of this government. The next NDC government is your home. We will need you, every Ghanaian who believes that merit must be recognized and compensated and not favoritism taking the center stage. And we'll need you if you genuinely believe we have had enough of the incompetence and mismanagement of this government over the last 6.5 years. Enough is indeed enough. Ghanaians have suffered enough hardship and misrule from this bungling and rapacious Akufo-Addo administration. Let us complete the task we have started by campaigning day and night for your humble servant, John Dramani Mahama. And also campaign for all our parliamentary candidates elected across the country. My brothers and sisters, I urge you to campaign vigorously in every corner of the country, on radio, on television, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. And even in your private conversations. NDC members, our sympathizers, our supporters, I make you this promise. For all those who will vote for NDC, I promise you, we shall protect your vote. Your votes will not only be counted, but your votes will count in making a change in our country. Grace of God, we are ready and willing with the vision and experience to build the Ghana we want together with you. Ladies and gentlemen, victory will not only be for NDC, it will be for the whole nation Ghana in December 2024. And when this victory comes, there shall be work and happiness for all Ghanaians. I thank you, and God bless us all, and God bless our homeland Ghana. Thank you.
And GoTV will be right there for it all. So get settled into your living room stadium because you are coming with us to the epic finales of the Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, Europa League, FA Cup, and more. All you have to do is get and stay connected to GoTV, where all the big games keep coming. Points of world class. GoTV, love it. No one stops that.
Give us P capsules. A memory, Manum Bia Benamua, can you to you and Kumabwa, Sesedi, the true Asa Kum, give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules as well. A man, Memena, Coco Yadi, Yadi, a Mamania, Yam Timothy, woman, Yedruno, Manumbi, a Mamma Demme. Give us core capsules, Mrs. Moya. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Hey. Give us no. A man need your baby, papa. Now, Bema can give us P capsules. And they give us core capsules, Bomunum dear. Not a Nigeria who didn't know. Give us P capsules. And remember what if you do what you do, Kronquan, give us core capsules. A pen for a batter, one more menu for one Quadawi if you do me an income. I will dress to beer, Motophone, give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and Teshi Adriani. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and then 050 68 51135.
MD Ashusha Sa, a JD and Krataimu Aja to Musa Aya.
Oh, say employee of the year. Charlie, wonderful. Me, represent last year, yeah, I'm meeting me target. Charlie. Now, see, I'm going to put some cry up perform. Correct. And I'll cast some so Afromax Central. Now, what's our share? Afromax Plus, some game. Can you know I'm what they want from the Accra FM? 190 minutes plus extra time. Oh, say Afromax. Hello.
Darling. No, Matthew.
Laissez-moi, non, non, mais.
I'm feel, Papa.
Afromax say changing game no. Dead prefer what you mean. Oh, say Afromax. For Afromax Plus, change game no. A dietary supplementer. SCSM Steps Pharmacy. And the Afromax Plus. I'm just a drawing them mama. When you fear do much. First tips was 0550-709-790. Afromax Plus. The game changer. And the agent Kratoyatum. Hey, say, the Mako who Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Me who crack me, say, and Munti Nomania Award, a word bestie, Obian Transit Emma Dumpemia, the Cassa, and Asim Boya, the Ancanin to them with you.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. I send your one to say, near Kuro Etuno, near Ancan, Awananum, Obana Bemo Power, and the Enyan one Kaye. Nancy Mamika say, and the Spana called Moekayeno. Greenfield at Arumanti, and was our soldier and also APM. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, our ultramodern laboratory. And a diagnostic machine, sir. Associated with the Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our Nungadogon, Estate Junction, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898. Greenfield, God is our healer. Greenfield, your last stop.
Strong, creative, enthusiastic. My name is Joe. And I got the Blue Jeans vibe. On Fridays, after a long, stressful week, my colleagues and I just pop a chilled, tasty can of Blue Jeans energy drink, and we are ready to take the whole town by storm. During Saturday morning soccer with the boys, or Sunday or Mutual special with the family, Blue Jeans does the trick again.
My name is Arapa, and I got that Blue Jeans vibe. During a long day of shopping and catching up with the girls, Blue Jeans keeps us refreshed and happy. When studying for an exam, Blue Jeans is the companion throughout the long nights.
It's great for sportsmen and women and people with an active lifestyle. It's just amazing. For more purchases, contact Budget Cash and Carry Limited on 0208-128-190 or 0550-010-000. Excessive drinking can be detrimental to your health. Not recommended for persons under 18 years, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. The advert is FDA approved.
Wabatele Accra, yeah, mommy.
FM 100.5. All right, live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Finance here, Emma, Wezo TV. When you're picking your feed, the free. What Tamale, UDS, right? Auditorium, Cassia, and Ora John Dramani Mahama, the acceptance speech, a break Ghana for, and a Doma or more a dinechi, a Yasia Fanana, Baby Bia, Obia was supported John Mama, Obiano, and Omutino, Moamuti, free Dagbon, a year, Dagban FM, so Tamale, Yadamwa Sepa, and I feel so a year Benya FM. Benya FM also a year Cape Coast here Damwase, other affiliate stations and online platforms here Damwase. Papa. Live at Accra 100.5 Monday afternoon Citizen Show. Maminya way and Fantiano Umbra. Pacho, your friend say, your friend say, Bakuno. Bakuno. Aha, you said Nasina boy. Sir, why not boy? Okay, yeah, Bokodi, say, na and Yako Tamalaba. Tamale, na, yeah, and I gave back said the percent can pay. Pay him saying
Tamale.
My boss will grab it and maybe to the end of 2024. Now, Abra, we shine, maintain the advert movie. Now, then go for my from one, before Miss Ayama, the freeway house Ayama. And oh, to move to Ghana ahead. Oh, and I don't go far money, my fan, one of my fans. Oh, more market, I mean, marketing more way. I feel me freeway, we say Ayama. Oh, boss, it's unfortunate.
It's just any I say, and I be
if you imagine saying, my man has met me from an Adrona, I could be Tamaya. Tie is not pay.
What can soldier?
Okay, soldier. But I was there in spirit, sure, and I believe Obia or Shea, it was as though we are hoping that. My overwhelmed from Saturday night, I say because it's Sunday morning. For me, it has sent a signal to our enemies, not opponents. It has sent a clear signal to the enemies of the state of Ghana. Say you cannot have Ghana to destroy. You cannot have Ghana and think, say, Sebi, oh yeah, wow, apart from Yakupon, Obia and the mission is on, the rescue mission is on, and the signal now has sent shivers in the spines of the enemies of the state. It has gotten them to have some silencer, a BC that. Till date, no one is writing anything on social media, and whoever does that also writes and retracts because, I mean, you don't have any logic to tell any story that will be negative. For example, Kwabena omo friend ni telco say why control mathematics here. I feel being who says wa bon papa. That's how come you have somebody like Bobie being eulogized in the MPP because omo mathematics in omo bon dread. And it's like Obi Bia will make you attempt to want to discredit what had happened, Onya a very shameful, your friend is saying, reaction. And so for me, I need not to respond the already spanked personalities are almost try to denigrate the person John Dramani Mahama and the party NDC. However, Kwabena, these are my remarks.
Sure.
First of all, I think it's a party that went for its primaries. There will be any party for, but they should not forget the whole Ghana was behind the party. And so Saturday, very unusual of us in this country, especially in Greater Accra. The whole country went dead silent,
very quiet,
silent to a point that I feel Obi was say, oh, Saturdays, no. Saturday, mom, na me meaning say, Omo ko ye juma, buy juma, ko krom ko to tonioma. And it was as if because of the elections in Tino, everything came to a standstill. But I believe, say, NDC should see itself as the reason why we have a country.
Yeah.
Omo say, Omo na sebi Ghana for Eddie Omo Ere Ashom. And you know, Omo Kromo MPP no crano. Now, Omo are very glued to their set to want to see whether it is possible the Redeemer is likely to come. And God being so good, overwhelmingly, like Mia Kasa, Minia, Fifi Kwete, Ekayeno. Or say it is just close to a unanimous decision. Which unanimous decision, is to mean that mathematically, if you want to make 9, run it up to its closest
99,
it will be 99. and then if it's 0.0, then it means it's almost close to perfection.
Yeah.
So, party no neko election there. Name no. I want to address it as though Ghana has elected its president-elect.
All right, I'll come back to you. Live on Accra 100.5. Inia Honto, Samuel Honto Ewase, and he is the host for Original TV Evening Political Show. Honto Akwaba.
Abra, Joso.
Boko there.
Nyamiadum Yakani.
Na Lamtewe.
Remember Lamtewe.
Domi Kwabena Lamtewe.
Wadani kenu frata the Ghana board kuku.
And that you ain't Shadanya, mammy.
So,
Minam Kwamo me be yana. That from semi brother Penny. A year on so I
oh,
our dema. A year cano south.
Oh,
and the Emmy and say, Mantinea, we say a Saturday, no more exams.
Wow.
And a pattern in team exams, so we 12 and then the cotton party cottesa. If we end this year cotters around 1 a.m. Sunday. I'm a train results in every and not some more paper. Until now, so you could name one could do here and I do say 9 and I'm could do it. Now, maybe if you office and I'm who say, my brother Barco, afraid. Me messing Quanam so I just say, I say pressure on to the Mammy program. You do police for a year and another course I buy them fine. No crown on some who say if you number come on. Nay, different number than me find. When I say, we jar to where we are kitty, a friend of people Buama. Oh, tea, Nadia Abano, but
Kafra,
the secretary upon your couple so funny cry in ye. A wood in him say wood ye, Nipa be wood, but Breno dear only dear, grapping and yet, and the Swabani say ye, or say any head. And I know two we are, I fear my Juma. I think, who does I say as a calamity way?
Oh, whatever.
Why you not quite? Obey you, Nana may say. I did back where Mammy D. Yow. I was said you may me on. Sometimes I wish you say, I wish you said, my developing any interest in this job when I the entire Mammy D. Yow, and say, "Tis a high tea, you pump pim in a 80. Nayani a good tea near the barman near, sure, and saying, you know. Na yenim no kreno sometimes o kind of credit today a tea for no
omontias
ya no montias na dia ya pa say we o cheche ni wo betre abofra wo sua de say 1 + 1 = 2 na wa kire no a wa
revision wa kire abofra no a na on the exam day obekwa ko 1 + 1 is 3 ni ama kan wo ti no betre and sometimes e man ya media said yeah yenim na ye ka kire amansa se said ya de ni sitie enti ha na wo sa wo de to na said you obi no nya bi to betima fa credit na brand ba na no Facebook why am I blocking no say friend who fire said then anytime I make post anything about Electoral Makudiano she just come under my post just to provoke me na me you obi you can bully me on social media
and go for free say me hu sa nti me wo ya me no be ye hu fi gata no mu ane ebeko because my sense of communication is say the nipa status the level of intelligence tebia we should be able to I was on no kono and to obi a say bi ninim de no osro no kosro na ko kireche ni say
me de say wo ba me page na o kenya asasuma na de nyansa sim ayiwa say o ma me no papa agimi no ma 2 years na say o de ba na ma 2 years
aha and wo gata no mu a I was say me ro me ho me nyina ti si gata no mu ne ye hu fi ye wi a no asi abara abedware me that's my sense of communication na no de asi ye no me sure say e beba so na esre say President Mahama 4 years ago where so bia koto abawia na amani TNT days or 24 hours before election President Mahama office issue statement to say obi obekwa koto ababia no President Mahama ma onikro no 40 Ghana cedis say yemfa mma no na onfa nkoto ne papa mu a enka party ni na wo senka eye na so bi kan na party no di dama to sire ano de says kaba ya you should communicate this are communicate. Wouldn't do more Domi Kwabena. The executives, including a year as the kilometer mechanic, said we have personal issue with against him. They took over the possession of President Mohammed Sikano as a former delegate. And I'm call baby I candidate Israel. One on a bona pata. Then on a much them all say Israel say Yempama. And uncle raise the issue, we take rather by neither have to set the record straight. So they did everything as a constituency executives. Said the candidate Israel winning. But Mikacho said the delegate or more do make Kwabena. Omonim the omope. And it's not going to be as business as usual. Say, the candidate to be back now. The executive, if it's so many we have to do everything to clear that candidate. Be a bit more soon. The Omi Electoral won the election with 316 vote difference. 316 vote difference. And they win it. Kwabena. And Tinana and they didn't come in. Say Electoral go on the campaign team. Maybe appropriate time, number reach out to you. But for you, say, Oma or platform, I made me set the record straight. At the course, so I will ye Domi Kwabena in Nano. On my own behalf, may they say that, my own be bia, and I said, over my on the platform, Winim no Crenua, or be in the microphone, I'm waka. And I'm in fast lady and come out. I said that also Encoma a year class media group, mobile home than papa, a year CTV. And then Accra TV newsroom. Mr. Press conference, I hold a call so you know, to Safra Mama by, mo give you the publicity, mo set a record in the street. Emma Manson say, a Juma Moya, and yes, Mota will be, Memo baby, no credano, and I'm on the eto. I said that also be Encoma, a Yemi and Casamini opinion, Timmy Chain. This one Anapoku. Say, Sebi, what Sina see our tears, 7 million, one Casara from Titi, Mono, who be no cre ewo. Your uncrophobia as some bar or not me don't go home saha and an ocrewo. Nanso Sibio Cacra will be dientino or the nocrane to her. Now a cofan contumpo, now or the abonity, now on them. Now, body they said the minions and Trony Bia, none or another radio Nusua, said the OD Electoral Kruguatim. Because the obedient, the ref said, and what they no, some mammy we are quite fiasi, mammy in Kuba Hobes Rao, Emma Usika, Esa Belfie Beton, near Mado Coma, you know, ma. Ediskaka what the Maomo, or DV and any refi, Abuakoko, or the DV are not none what you form. But the man Yanisa, Mutu one, I'm none on the last walk or ye, Nana to South from his old Juma Binti went to Yama. List or no Kumase. Then so to she, you better cry one coffee and of far honum, and also in a cheetah at the bay. Obi Bia or Boye, Emma Eleprima Krugu, save you in the campaign, the message, it's me koye. No cry any contumpa near course or constituency will be out making sure so then the platform will Buama a yet delegate a walk constituency who to pray woman's romantic decision. As the Dankoma Onikon and him said the campaign team at the appropriate time will reach out.
Oh, me Ebina a siwa minimia a Michael Tete and on say Babia, list to a cancer be said a beer and car. Your alternative beer, and could be anywhere, Sabi or Behan won't be bringing. Yet to Chroma, Yenima Juma NDC Abababe. And I've been saying this, say me Soriano pa. Mintia, I mean, sure say Obia or say, or ye neutral, or no, on chia light bill, on chia water bill, on Cotadia, ewo, a jum, on tofu well. Aha, se bibi se me was akwanya no as me neutral there and ye de bembo man mu bia na my din because at least me sorry a de emerge you got
nothing to lose.
Yes, but se me hwe emma ehwe abusua to aduane ma me di sika me de koma me maame yemfa no say last year the same sika me de command this year enso no say me di bi top up emma no times 2 what you say se bibi sa esa me kabi me ele claim issue no. I was just looking at the figures. Say obia wafa party was share 2016 figures. Now be share 2020 figures. Now share the oba besia de beka ho a wo de what time mpa yem fa say what time what time mpa use common sense use common sense wo de otan no there be ameka say bi kire union store me see wo de what time but all can say no be fair use common sense aye wa so wonto there be ameka the way a bit to say Dumelo in politics, I don't really like it. However,
I'm not a creative problem.
Yes, I don't have creative problems, because when you be a man to the full. But also figures here, Dumelo a pulley here, a friend say, I have a it only makes sense. Sense and Camille Bobie, wouldn't say Fred Nyama. I'm closer to Fred Nyama than Dumelo. But I think, say, a larger interest of the party, because wouldn't be say, oh, pre a year presidential, no jai, and say, yeah, NDC na sabe, I been papa mutimwa, your parliament, and get a good make me a woman. Now, would judge a good for name Crawford in your sa, said your mamma, Winnie, name parliamentary, the acquire Sabia, say anyone go and mini cranky. What I say, ain't he, Obia and Tai Obia. Obia me omo do me Kwabena, to be honest with you. Electoral no me na share once e Mogabinti. And apart from that, me nim anything about her. Omo concerns on minimum Obia. Obia and Tai Obia, but now it just makes sense. So oh, your mama men sign and I think say other places ni nyina no ye buy bedi hun komo. But you're picking free a year presidential. So you're picking free presidential a year or John Dramani Mahama. So you're going to a year the Electoral Commission announcement, you know, on John Mahama's win. Quick one, the production crew. You're going to see a year your friend say Electoral Commission no pronouncement on Ora John Dramani Mahama a win. And it said the Electoral Commission for a canon Sahara 2024. December 7th, 8th, 9th, Ombesiaka the same statement bill. Making the same statement bill say we duly declare John Mahama as the winner of 2024 elections. Ombesiaka bills are and quick one. So young as well omo a kind declaration omo de buy from a NDC headquarters. My own say Dr. Dofo and so issue statement so we will deal with the statement na yakọ tamale na afedi ya baba ya other conferences
Good evening, the national chairman of the NDC. Good evening, my brother, the general secretary of the Incidentally, when I was in the final year, he was in the first year. You were ready. Is that not the case? Okay. Good evening. Hey, sorry, good morning. Good morning. I bring you greetings from the Electoral Commission. The chairperson was one, and the executive commission were with us, but got your point, they had to leave because they have gotten to an advanced stage. They will be here, but the time. So I bring you their greetings, and I also want to say thank you very much for the cooperation we had from the coalition agent you brought from the party, Mr. Amate. In everything that we were doing, we wanted to be sure, so we were checking, cross-checking, and cross-checking. Those of you who were watching the TV at the point in time, you thought I was fighting with Mr. Amate. It was just about percentages. So, he's my friend, but at the point in time, we need to argue about certain figures. I'm here with my colleagues from the head office of the commission, Mr. Emmanuel Sandikisi, Mr. Samuel Kotokwa, Mrs. Abigail Nutako and Constant. They are my deputies. We have Mr. Edgar here, is our officer, a general accountant in charge of our budget. Then we have Mr. Otin, who is the acting director of finance. So we are here to why are you there? Come on. We came with Mr. Sekretary, who is also a deputy director for research and monitoring. Now let's go to the business. We were given the task to help supervise your elections for you. It has taken it to the next day, which is Sunday, but these are the results. We have, when we are declaring results, we don't add taxes, so forgive me if you think I should have added taxes. We have John Dramani Mahama with 297,603. In percentage terms, it should be 98.9%. Then Kojo Bonsu, he had 3,181. In percentage terms, it's 1.1. 4,653 rejected ballots. The valid votes were 300,784. And the total vote cast 437. On behalf of the chairperson of the commission, I duly declare His Excellency John Dramani Mahama duly elected with 98.9%. Thank you for the support, and may the good Lord bless all of us. Thank you very much.
I would invite the Electoral Commission to come and do the official.
All right, so I am a Electoral Commission. Let's deal with a year Jomama's win. Ansah yaba do for election so. But this one, so Saturday, if you are up by 7, 8, proud to a year Saturday no. Now a very very tough situation. We share time do for a court. Anytime na say NDC team organize legal team, they call argue case. Now the assembly Thursday yeso about 3 ka Dr. do for a lawyer sidembra no monka so ready. Then on Friday no so mbaya and to asem subio discontinue asem no. Then Saturday some boy na be gradually say Electoral Commission no timi Emma, but they showed up and across the country everywhere they were there. They did their best. The security team also did their best. And John Mahama figures 98.9%, and I think that is the first time at NDC flag bearer race will be a figure. No, I am Prof Nana Krodu Prof I am say 96. Professor Mills, I think 96%.
Yeah, 96. Nana got about
2 or 3%. But I'll check it. But listen, yeah, more JM no first.
Mami in church for game.
Yeah.
Adeba Kone say taking it from the background from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama put across said the competition is over. It doesn't mean the analysis of the competition is also over.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying this for the purposes of, and yes, no, but it is just to guide our thoughts into the future. First of all, Kwabena, over here, timer, Ora before the assembly call court now. The whole party came at him because not on exhausted party structures.
Yeah.
In terms of grievances are. Sebi, it could be anyone more a more some a thought. Sebi,
okay, Professor Mills, they are 96.9.
96.9, okay. 96.9. I can't crave Nanka will be frequency.
Yeah,
but John Mahama frequency near Happy FM and until any
okay, 98.9.
Yeah, so any aji papa.
That's good.
Oh, so share the entire court now. It was premised on bad faith. The only reason why he had to withdraw, because share a focal case now, a court now. The court ruled, say, and it has become precedent, say, you need to exhaust all party structure, your friend is saying, resolution platforms.
Yeah.
Ansah or the Asema court, because Sebi Asemsi Fia, Senator Crackano, say, Uniobinia Semwa, the Kankon now, so when Tiakofu be manning court, and yes, sir, a bassa, then. Who are dancing dear say my idea was a me be a nipana person bedding on Betimasi. Then o court now o kono Ubinya
Nedimu
yes. Now because the NDC at some point realized say Papa why ye Ubia as a opesa or bo yen from and ya dream pa and or day yes the oil. Then they were also very aggressive at it in court. And untina, no, we say court no was going to rule against him. No, yeah, no crab more. No, then there was say the dignity kit webinar about 0.8% na aka. Now it was so fair no a friend is saying edeko. Now, Kwabena, ade was here na ye di etu ye ho fone say. Imperifosi funtumbuo esai batatwene. Hwese ono ankasa ne ba sebio oko akansie ewo Secre Afram Plains.
Yeah.
Yeah, onka bi nhyiemu. Funtumbuo eye owura Kwabradofo ni wo. Hwese akosai batatwene junior dofo. Uti wiase abiasempa. Do mama only any evil intention against any human being as far as I'm concerned. Because even on train that rare in the past, Sebi, Nini Kwensenka, Kwabena Mia, I will never allow for any such persons to come around me. Such persons like Kokwa Hido Wunum, I won't allow me, Domahama, me. Sabi, oyam from so na wa hu so wayam from so. Na woni me bene enemy bedin kita ho I will forgive you. But where nipa no wabo ni tirim po say obeye me bone and regardless of whatever my feelings are no obeye me bone no. Me no me hu John Mahama sometimes we hu say as of too much. Sometimes he is overly good and open. Me, I can't, you know, say, wait, and go say, with this one. What must say? Because Papa, no one, you bonny beer. When you want drink bonny beer, I call crowd, you crow, in a cry, so all crow, Monsieur Nisa. But, Sally Pano, I said that, Amma, will be to set the four, I was saying, when you need Sebi, Abo Bra. Media, be the bay future. Men person may come to Tumupi. But over a quadrado for, baby, will be a far dear way a too awful. Or your uncle Bonnet, a say, or brapa.
Yeah.
She baby, I know about Bra could do, she baby, I know any Munyama could do, and never knew my to say car quire. Your friend is saying a bobo yanamso. What the Land Cruiser is to crown.
Because I think say now
or your company
come up back home with the I was like that say Ora do for they will incite Ashanti region against John Mahama. And I'm like, how? How can you do this?
Even that before now, most of them inside Ashanti region. No, Ashanti region. One in him, no.
Dr. Dufo, the impact of Ashanti region, you're very, I mean,
only be cry because Kwabena will be anywhere in this computer age. Will be the wood of 80 or 4% at the paper.
How?
And I will buy brand now, would you see? Now, why ye now? Why chomono? One fan could show be a Ukumasio. O macromo ni no be any.
Now, Ogasa Santini Pajanity no say, Kajetia market Siwa, or Smigodi, or say, do for your Santini to us. Say, how?
Not say, a friend is saying, and let me send this signal to Minia Raphael. I don't like to be doing some of these things on air. I wish I could do it behind the scenes, but because his tendencies are always out there trying to make a clash between Asantes and John Mahama, no? Raphael, let me tell you, you are warned. Yebekba Kumasi ho. Why koye Joyce Mukta Bawa? Post on the yeah, it's him. It's always coming from him, and it's coming on my WhatsApp. He is warned, and the next time, you to organize Ashanti region, I'm telling you, Raphael, and it's your last warning. You dare me, and I will let you know where you belong. Because Asante Memuno, Sabia Wura, Ni Rampan Kwasiasem, Yaya Jobia, Ebikura Wokra, Onamwa Obia, Fusa, Ufusa Asantini, Bikana Asantini, Yaya Jobia, Jawa. If you try on any minia Ketechie, what Bohini at the account some of videos, or Hine dislikes and detests such things. Yan for Hini di my bedroom. Or be anyone more. Or Hine Sabi, what in the name I have from Aya Dormat. Ya got now cast a video. Sabi, wo abesini, Namotituana would do or Hine who fell. Sir, Onyasanika Smith, Pasiano. No, can't some way because me, I've had to suffer 1 or 2 a year. Acquired to say, you can't send for one someone. I let go. And then sometimes I do that for the purpose of peace. Because me be a man, me no krana as my catch on umpe.
Now, Raphael, no one anti Mukta Bawa, you know, obey issue statement. No?
Yes.
Honor the Sunday.
Honor the Sunday, man. And he has done that consistently.
So, which means a honor, yes.
Honor, yeah. Okay, John Mahama, a Yibium Kofa with UTV said, John Mahama, Cassette Tiasantifono. He is the same person that sent it to me. Or no sooner they go to the Facebook page.
I see.
And he is the one that has been behind all that. Raphael, I'm telling you this because this can have a national clash. You are a young boy to suffer anything from me. Very young. And you are me away of free when now baby John Madia said for any baby from. Unim na so yes akwasi ade ni biem. Na sese bi wo de beto me phone so. And now the kwatu obi afon so. Ni mu Jimmy na mu hwe nyansa na. Mu de MPP nti Jimmy when na pe asante for sem che John Mahama. Say the crack for do ye ya oti so edunsini. Hwe tremade a waye no asante mem ho. Semyade aba wo mia ya ono na wudi na chi fui mudi na chi no. Semyade a waye asante mem ho. Ya be kasa asante for and asante for always courting hatred for us. Unim now yes akwasi ade ni biem de beto me phone so. Ade a me de be ye wo Ghana ha no. Ani asante mem ho no. Original executive now we no ahwa won sina asante mem ho. It is the last warning I'm issuing to you. And for mensia ana asante din e matter politics wo biem unim now yes ade ni biem. Now the bekasa John Mahama and what asante for asema obeti no wasum no ene wo kwasi MPP na mu giro na Jimmy na mu hunya sada se mu betena won ma che to nioma asante mem a ekwasi asem kwa na mu ni wo se che mensa bosu no mo che wa mu di no. Mu de mo fa asante din enya politics. Mo fa asante ye din enya politics. Na we be hwesa kro no mo besini mu a ni mo anu asina sini ni mo hu fin ya mo fa nsu enyansa. John Mahama ne na mo no e de na waye no asante mem a e che John Mahama. Tiame kwase che mensa bosu na nanu sini na no sorry o didn't tafu atem. Who didn't tafu atem hwe no na hwe wanim na hwe ntafu anim. That is the last time I will ever speak on this matter. The next time is an action. Let me just refer it.
Because say, sir, I said, don't get your tape, you know. One yes, I didn't know Jubilee House. And no more fake and on the betrol, I want to edit. Omo bi na omo sa koye second one bi na dey ya.
Hwe.
Dey UTV so dey na omo koye dey tin
UTV. Yes, UTV dey ni.
So ya dey omo sheda. Say omo beye.
Hwe.
I see.
UTV dey was sent to me on 13th.
On one send here.
On one kasa. 13th April. Or send here no. And I say it's a perfect advice from John Mahama.
Even though you wouldn't say,
I knew I was just playing just so that he would do more. But I realized that according to say 10 Biano, they are at him. For example, Obeka said John Mahama ko Kumasi ko kan say Yenuanum yede a friend is saying gold cry kwan Obeka say enye in reference to MPP4. These are the same stupid boys and stupid useless guys. Or say Chairman Sana no went about saying so on Asante 4. John Mahama on Asante 4 competition. Only MPP and eco competition. And Waka says me be yaka kwan kra na yenuanum on beka say yenuanum in reference to MPP4. Other John Mahama has he ever mentioned West discussing the MPP? And has John Mahama ever decided say he will even have anything to compete with any Asante? And me busa say muna mo do Asante man no. Asante man ko so no ye banes ye yi ne metem a mon tire de ma ye mo fin they give me the reason to be very positive. Kwabena me de ade a me chiri wo wiasem ni say me de me tribe and I say me religion and I say me status in life ebe denigrate me nua bi and I say ebe clashing heads. One na mo about me sorry a what go Japan because sorry them munafiki why would you be proud to be a Muslim?
Because omunye bibia wa Ashanti region. Apart from inciting
like Asante for your
tribes against tribes, you know. Say ujai womo even on Facebook when they come on Facebook. Ujai womo say yenye debate about development.
They have nothing to discuss.
Only be and I know about be kabusa me say enti say me ko support John Mahama na me ba Asante region mampo na me say me Asante na me imagine say
na the truth of the
matter. Eka den kama manopa yen ka asema me ka kire no Facebook no.
Na say my Canada say NPP the smartest political party in Ghana. But almost smartness no is not to build Ghana, but it's to build a party called NPP. NPP for who say we tribal sentiment every more. MPP there's no reason Yenuanam Ashanti region will vote for MPP. They know it. And to omode MPP akwa tachi sebiu Asante senipakuo se nimdio omode akwa tachi nti wo kaseti MPP wo kaseti Asante man wo kaseti Asante wo kaseti MPP because Omeka Cho say even MPP was formed ewo na Asante himfie
it's over
the omoka no
it's
over any baby at NDC
meba enti it's like oka MPP no aka NDC but over the years Omaya Ashanti regional be one of the regions me who say they are not smart when it comes to elections. They take a decision for ourselves, you know. They are not smart. Smart is somebody say MPP at me politu mo se nipa na ko school mpokra no a the MPP be ka kire no on verify say asemo eken eye no kre anase nya no kre.
They take it hook line and sinker.
Omo a if you omo tu bata kwatena brochiri po a se bi omo ko hu ani bie se de ani bie sitie no se MPP ka asemo a na they don't verify. Because of that, MPP ama Ashanti region are a no-go area for any radio station or TV station or media house to survive in Ashanti region. Since 2016, there has been attempt. Ultimate stations in the PR. Imagine and say, "Yeah, come will be a home. Almost survive it." Mwamu stations Kumasi. Nana, how many adverts? And on mobile horn more a free Kumasi one say, yeah, the announcement o'clock. You will survive. And quickly, or move some here smart, and it's over BS station, Ukrainian will say, whoa, our baby station, no. This is your editorial, this is your agenda. Nasa is going to expose MPP quickly. Or mobile work here making sure so more crop for Ebesa be hijack station no, you be the station owner. But in Crawford ti mo ka asem no. They are same as in Crawford office or mon kanokre. 2019 ko ye adwuma. 2020 I was there. Munyina mo ko ho. O mama Ashanti because they don't want the people to know the truth. And intino omunya ka me say last me call ye. Lady a me ko school Kumasi. Na me nti fi o ashtown. Obi a wako school anana kodu eye tertiary level. Me kodu ye na me ko fi nkosra omo. Ana odi ma chidi me ba ye hotel nti ye ti won me didi nkomo no. Na omu yinus na Mahama. Na me de Mahama kra de me hu na me bu afu. Me pese me hu no kra. E de na ope o wiase. E de na oje. President oba be dibi. E de biom. E de ni bre no no. Na dibi no sikasa no. Se sebi ni papa japade kro be wudi agya no obi fa. Menya sure say ko be kasa sa ni brenum. Nti owie na me busa ne say. E de na Mahama ye. Na Mahama de na ope bio. Ana me so okay. Kumase Kate market no nya bi ma ope. No hwemanim. Retro Park no nya bi a ope. Asphalt ya Mahama be obegui. Ashton say quantity to munya bi amope. E blocks are OCC. Ashanti Reggie munya bi amope. O se na say ne say the school there obi ahia school. Na me say so ahia school there dey obi oba be see school. No be see Kate market, no be see Retro Park. Na o so oba bi na o mo ani nyi so oba no ba. Na mo obi onya bi ma wo ne there.
Yeah, woni ma dey bi e wa Ashanti Reggie. And I'm telling you this. Ansah region no super. Ena enkrofo tukwai ebe bobra. Woni mi say ye wo MPP nipa no be obi ti say wuntumi say ohwe a wo hia na beka so ahia Asante ni. Oh, so make asba kire wonto, trust me. Those omo ya Asante for kan kasa kan pa no. They know Akufo-Addo.
Nana.
But let me finish. They don't vote. It's my region. I know. They don't even consider Akufo-Addo so we are say. Omo ya kan ya kan unim kan.
Yes. Nana unim dey tia medal. Unim dey tia medal to
Let me finish. Different of no. Yeah. Unim say obi ti say Sampan. Na you obi answer ya Asante. Make me a throw, enipa bebre one MPP mu Ashanti regional. MPP for no cry, your imagine say omo ya Ashantis. Omo ya Ashanti for. We know. Just that ehun here say obeka ehun asem bebre. Atukofo atukotena for no a omo tu abetra Ashanti region no. Ana omo dane omo ho asan ebi na Elisu eka no. Raphael, minim Raphael pa. Make me a church Raphael say. Minimum. Awa Muhammad Krat me catch say on your one if you just into your Asante chair. I can show you thousands. Now Samioku first, but not Samioku so Asante. Samioku or bottom home and so Asante. So we know. And but misbehave pa. Now essence some more Kumasi and Ashanti region. No man got the Ashanti tribe nature. Sharp. No ma control. A friend say, Yenua ya, Kuva, Wadamfi. One yachini, or woman share constituency. Meaning boys be brea, or more Facebooker, or more Kumasia. On Flichebi. But Ansah, you know, Makasana, essay.
Asante for.
And the Ombat now. Oh, Daniel Asante for. Then they use the Asante name and misbehave. Into on misbehavior, no, or fast. No, wakote dominachi. And one way, yeah, Obeka said, Bena Asante for no vote, no. Pure na see a Kokumasi, ya Busia for, young crop for, Pure for no Mudiagrono, Yen Momo Akasa, Anna a Tiffan to for no. Some can Tiffan to Atias. A war for that different. Aha, a war for that dear for. Wouldn't say a war for that dear for no Boam Kuku, Ghana, saw me Asante for. ubusa no on church ne papa ene ne maame nchipe e ka ba fie oba kire wa mo ahunu se kai akwa no ate afa be NDC a message to the NDC say now you are welcome because ya so say 2016 the NDC were power you had to be as so man be win and then at 2020 okay say NBMA ya and come the church seat in Bema they have given that seat to NDC as a signal that look more be a medada ye bio
and there is more to come.
Exactly. So now is the NDC now say yeah Jumani ye ewa Ashanti region
be the Kwabena say any NDC nko ye nyina e be ye bi
oh na say them say ye beko say ye fie
ye nyina
ye beko god ye beko so that's right anyway yanko your main topic
banana just let me clear something here. You see using a year abayas manamike over 2016
oh yeah kwadwe ebo asende be sika ye bako
oh there are many
Unu just take a young professor or something. We can say a young man.
I mean, could you no send him busy back. Just all on us at TV. Catch ready.
Could you have flying here?
Nana, I feel a bit afraid. If you buy me, my catch ready. My catch ready. Yeah, maybe the height I'm catching the unyas at TV.
Could you
Bisaunchi?
Baburo.
Oh, yeah, I'll come and never.
Dagugu,
you can say you are.
And you don't go beyond.
As what I can say. Yes, Ashanti region is the biggest region in terms of air constituencies. As we speak, Ashanti region alone has 47 constituencies.
Yeah, 47.
I never be any.
Nana,
2016 election. Na Mahama, na Katie Awasio, na Kumasi Ashanti region airport, Kumasi airport. First phase, na Mahama ye. E-blocks are hold Mahama Esiano. Do not know Ashanti region. Rattre Park no wasi. First time. Asphalt egui from Swami Eko if you say Bremai na Mahama no aye empuntujuma hodwa Mahama ye hospitals ahodwa wo see ye plus 37 military hospital ne fa ho no anu wo sini nyina chi 38 ne nyina chi no ko vote ba ya Ashanti region Emma Mahama 497,000 I represented 23%. Now the Danko Kufuado no one she no new record be our simple cast of 4 man pin that for MPP records or more performing 8 years ago. A tremuna de Totonwa. Nanka or man pin that for 8 years in Putunuma de Ashanti region Mahama. And fact, yet as one them fan say, I feel no bent Moody said the Wada Dagana for who say, Obabi Bibi and Timothy Amano. Curiosity. Nanada go for by 4 years 2020. Ashanti region Emma Mahama 652,000 and Nana your phone is my percentage I was so 652,000. They gave Nana Adodankwa Kufuado 1.79 million votes in 20 Oba Besha. They gave Mahama which is 26% vote and of the Mahama Ashanti region 2020 but 2020 no Nana Kufuado ko jina manhia anana abuzuma de ayebebre ye ka je bobo so angade bechi 20 me amo ba ko pese Ashanti region still gave Nana Kufuado 1.79 wo ka se wo approximate na 1.8 million votes with Mahama ye ni nyina e che anka betimi aka se sempunduma na reso to aba e betimi aka se Mahama schools ni Kufuado de 0 Mahama market ni Kufuado de 0 Mahama retro park na Kufuado de 0 Mahama akwan ahodo we na Kufuado de 0 ni ejina so to aba no they still gave Kufuado 1.8 million vote bigger than 1.6 million or more ma 1.79 who approximately now which is 1.8 million 2020 in 2016 they gave him 1.6 million and two timu said Nana do buy a 1 year share no still they voted for him and tina me person me sure say the enti o mama na yes no Nana bia ni say okay they control the masses
They don't want them to know the truth. And so we will be a sebi we open NDC. Our Ashanti region, and then any be about can yes, and then any be about can you dare not. You dare not cross over you and him say yes, me na me NDC no ha say, especially baby a known MPP. You dare not. And you know that is it. And into my MPP nya that motivation. They sit down, they create something. Now go Jubilee House ye won crofo a omo de say they omo a channel false news. No more a year or a website be. Oh my friend a year Joy News. To say oh I have a multimedia. And so multimedia
graphic.
Yes, no multimedia. Ah not graphic a free Flagstaff house. And to more publish here story number the 2 on more. So why you smart and verify you may think say it's coming from multimedia.
They have been
so that's their motivation. They always want to lie to the people because they know say majority of these people will not have time or they don't have any interest to verify.
No, but I don't say who study omo history omo yesade na che. They have been doing it over for anya asawna anya na asabu.
And so the question is I didn't know omo ya wakra ha omo nsasi no omo yeti do other.
But you know that there are several kind of hakre look massive.
Yes. You must understand the dynamics. Accra dynamics nko. We share from and for
demographic.
And this will be voter region. Now person who can this once a man at Tiashi Street. And also T region not Tiashi Street. And your street sir. Because of the dynamics, no. Obuwa Obabank and Wababa who's Nasa Omo Tuaba against NDC. Got trains some Tuaba against NDC.
That's why I was telling you, say MPP a smart political party. Smartness and they say, what trans who say, whoa, this is what you think. No, I drafted how I'll be control. And this is how they are controlling that region.
And I make us say, a yes, Sana, baby, sport be at here. But what check it a year Ashanti region, the Noa. Omo Timia Yama, even Omo de said ye on Tokano. The party that be join.
I be ra. Sebi akunya kesiye no.
Oh, the ababewra. And the enti. When we say, so obi, mimi nim srebnia menene oya MPP ni menene kasa. O ka chem so obeye MPP ni wa ya santini. Yeah. Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes. Now so sticker and country obi aso wo srebni da. John Kuma onka. So most of did make us say most of them not to me people who are not to omo tribe naturally. Then they start talking like
and you not to actually once we ram people media we are one of us automatically
anyway,
become
let's go back to the four
yeah recognize me da. What your maminya MPP adwuma sesi ana na me ka kire we ba kunya mami.
Anyway, let's go back to the for a quick one. Just
I was just trying to let us understand say enye asante na de bebo ho asafo hene e de ababaji position keke. For example, ade adofo ye ebi ana ye kan. What the care ba be twantro say wo na the face of NDC in Ashanti region. And unti John Mahama found your running mate. And I John Mahama akofa professor. Enti ebasa na wono wabufuo na ewo mu no. Some of us we will expose it. Because ye ti kuma se wono ma ye nyinyini ye fie suso nyina ye ti udi dofo no. Wo kuma se kra wo si ho. Wo ba wadamfo ho. When na abrante ben e na ono even ye aidmate kra ye kra na ye see ye new system ni mu no. Why no one for do for W in W would me ba why wait mate no in NDC do for nche asan for boys do our boy in NDC onka etu be na bedwam na wa ya wa no pa how na edusu na okoni krum ye boje ne sui yeah because why adwuma oni nkofo ye to kese Udu Chrome Grana, one say Okwa Ashanti region, your friend said Tono. Wouldn't say Ashanti region was the most unwelcome area for the four. The most. I'm on a corner and call for the coin. Say ono aba ni krom. Na mabam krom. Na me pa 1000 na ma ko fa nipa 120. Say o mesha me. Etiye. Huh? No mo ko hin. Your mama buy omunya buy. Then me go them buy.
Ade no aye no.
Nipa 120.
Ade no aye no.
Obi anim wo. Eti jai sa asafo hene a wabɔ wo ho na me asafo hene na me asafo hene me asafo hene otufo atu no. Ade fofresi. Eti jai asafo hene ne sa nneoma no yemfa tribe enye politics. John Mahama chooses who he feels deems fit. He can be very persuasive at using tribe sometimes just to get other people on board. Yes. But not Obia Sebi South tribe now person who associate you with to lure John Mahama to want you to be the running mate or whatever. No. Then the last but not the least. Para. Say ka amayo semwa. Dear such a front place for you know. I will see a Twitter mom, papa.
Yababa no so.
Yemfa sika Anthony Pa.
Yendili JM the near back constituencies.
So
I person take no
because of the 4 factor. I wanted to
Yababa a quick one. So
John was running up on Mahama.
Now the word quick one, they do me so I quick one. It's hurting.
Oh, me has done quick one. My used to
traumatizing me.
Quick one.
Yeah, do me so I want to quick one. Quick one. A TV soon.
There be quick one here, quick cash.
Do listen, say I want quick one.
Me we o Urajo Mama. Say on one na no December tupia. Kwabena Urajo Mama e kasa no. Okanyoma mienu vision with experience. No be being kind of Mama was in there.
You can't no go. Never do
it's my monitor. Or say responsible leadership. I don't think just opposing the two Akufo-Addo John Mahama. Ghanaians will have to go looking for who is more responsible than the other. Knowing how irresponsible a president we have had over the last 6 to 7 years. A president that doesn't care about what the law says. A very lawless lawyer who is president. Today, Segana Ninu Bun Kompo Kohene Chia. On him what best defines corruption, and he can see that in Akufo-Addo. On him what best describes Obia Oye uncouth, Obia Oye untruthful, Obia only no crime money mind. On him what explains Obia Sebi when the nepotistic or then a bushia SSA Maya Padiako. And for me, it's clear. The NDC, like John Mahama said, should start bringing on board faces of disgruntled members of the MPP and some other political parties. John Mahama mentioned it today. Sebi previous I kone nya NDC nkwa.
Yeah.
Some of us nya NDC for, but so tie ya nuanom ne mpanimfo omo MPP mu omo ano a Mr. said they should open that window and they will have multitudes coming in.
Now, JM Saturday night, and declared. Then we see a resident get here. Also now Sunday dawn. Yeah. Also now, they say a year leadership now has shifted to John Mahama. Adia bakwa na ya anom omom tutu aboko park so no. Na John Mahama nye leader. Nyo na ye party leader no. They say no I shifted. And
I go every kind so be say anywhere near
but JM victory is standing for what?
Nana didn't come a main Sanchia at Tiophobium. Now there's a notion say NDC for me uncle to more resource no. We shared 4 years ago as early as 5 p.m. Now NDC results are out. May from 1:30 p.m. last Saturday. Now NDC officer me flew after 1 a.m. Sunday. and I'm free ho. NDC for quality or more resource, and the resource was collated with a year chairman, general office. On a resource no quality, but they didn't want to announce it. They were waiting for electoral commission. A brand NDC for almost all the constituencies. No, now the electoral commission do on no. Our year money is about 120. But now NDC will buy some no more the contract now my electoral commission. Now they were just waiting for. To those people almost free say NDC didn't have that collation for themselves. You know, it's a lie. Who call me Facebook page? Before I make you on my chairman general office, me could take a short of a year almost system, no, and I'm post here. So I know that. Now this election, I'm just a few doctor before I'm family will be away. No. Yes, President Mahama and I didn't kunim 99%. But Dr. Dufour, who we say we didn't kunim, Dr. Dufour team, no, they still see themselves so much in kunim because election will be our own focus on the Komo. Mahama focus on the co-election is an agenda and say or per majority vote or NDC more. On by endorsing some flag bearer. Non for NDC in Konkuni in 2024. When ya 99%, why achieve it. Dr. Dufour focus and an agenda from beginning. Just say one call for any endorsement. He just wanted to procure that position as a presidential candidate to cause disaffection in the NDC, and he succeeded. And to where do we he succeeded.
No, with his actions, he succeeded, but causing disaffection for the NDC, I don't think.
Mame, true, the entire so succeeded. Dr. Dufour Catre and say, Rollins before we were Rollins catches some contest was so uncle. And we even Dr. Dufour catcher say, even when they were calling on him, say, be our own man, that was so no. Or managing a private business, or a businessman to non-person be active politics. And indeed, nobody will be anyone who Dr. Dufour and so president a flag bearer. So Jina campaign time with Jina platform so a campaign in the NDC. Will be a crowd who be sadder. To be able to say, Sabre now we are branch and crowd now now so on. One man so we be contest. And now when you're 81 years, what Ben said do that camera. And Ababe yes said Jumawe. So Dr. Dufour ne bank say mua a coup for me gune Juma. Will be also on a private businessman to focus on the business. Like a coup for the Beguna Juma. Come have a flag bearer. To know who say, okay, flag bearer is more money Jumaye, who near Jumaya and I bet me paying. To only the focus was not to campaign or to do anything so by an election. Name young creative be corner letters, Dr. Dufour team. They were asking NDC say, Nasemo, Musolana mo cancel electoral commission and a voter register, more ready a momaye. Common album crano muntimi nkonkoleti mo hwe na saa asem o mo kan no MPP General Secretary issue statement making reference to that say NDC for common album crano muntimi tio common album crano muntimi. It means NDC any moral justification to criticize the Electoral Commission. What the impression of create and say and never be a NDC for accusing the Electoral Commission, you know, or mona West. And it's a Electoral Commission be born a crana. NDC may not have that moral right to criticize them because you couldn't do it yourself. That was the agenda for Dr. Dufour. That's the disaffection I was talking about. They were trying to give reasons for people to doubt the competence of NDC leadership. And to the corner of letters, no much and a statement of which, and then where the toner or the writing letter, no. The idea was to discredit NDC. To discredit the leadership of NDC.
And they have lost it.
Nana. That's the idea. When the matter went to court, the court system was the best opportunity for NDC leadership to prove themselves. Say whatever Dufour is saying is true, it's false. God of Dufour say duplication. Duplication also statement and he only provided 3 names. Per say register bloated. I am bloated by what number? Yayin Crophobia the one providing in a court and kebet me before Mokwa court no so I now so my draw from court no. Now do free road any rason and to be manana a kabi and to withdraw case into you not even go through the court process for the court system to vindicate NDC say whatever Dufour is alleged or as alleged no it's false. What do you know ye no agree form now you go to aba near said before we are popular na so nya popular then was as my withdraw because on him say enya de so betimi enya even 1% into a withdraw na de ba kwaya me ya ne say before so a withdraw less than 24 hours to election. Now on him say Crawford still voted for the four.
Oh yeah.
And tell them to me in the free collation no more. I didn't because results are boy no. There were some areas Kojo Bonsu and now 5 na do 4 nya 3. And once I will be voting for the four no. They should have taken that vote and say rejected ballot. Now some competition and me who say one ka 1% po no nya Kojo Bonsu kra ko benya vote asen no. But who that humiliation no because in the success in say nemen kwa na me kwa self futuro ngu NDC for garim to who so what me achieve the target na wie no na ma puli me nkwa na makwa ko je nim guase but atia otu o 1 to over few se wo free mu o 1 free mu na ye nim vote a onyaye John Dramani Mahama vote onyaye 99% enti 1% na kan no ye wo ne eye Kojo Bonsu Kojo Bonsu sunya say 1.something%. And you got free man, the Beckham Dr. Dufour, the Wunya, when you even 0.09% in poll. That's your vote. And that is the issue. But now make us say people don't really know the leader. And this if one can say name the leader, and I say chairman no matter about their mano, and I say secretary no matter about executives no matter about most of them don't know them. Now that Sunday, me call my office. Pu BBNC yo. Watching na kunya maka na to na so and the secretary so tin anim no mo hwe mu TV na o mo monitor results however. BBNC when you have a leader onim dia wa ya sebi yesi asem wa krama tia o krama hu obepo wo re jama hu anu apu na ni chie. Sa pepe de timi e so and this for should be rest assured. No me any there is like Among Kohe Dr. Dufour and Crawford for Mudo Mobile na ya kan wasemi. But Dr. Dufour had at least just 2-3 months ago, at my critic jobs among some unemployed in Crawford. Crawford nya bi adidi. Na minim so be koso for mo dia. E say Solomon cancer juma bebe ndo beye. Kwaku anyi do ho. Asumdie park ya Jeffrey Uzem. Dr. Dufour pull it out. Ajuma be ndwem na beye. Rojo ni tununu. Rojo Metenunu 2024 Electoral Commission headquarters go untwa mu obiom na no ti abetwa na okotwa ni meet owie asa you go there again of Ayabwati Jan adwuma be biom no betumi aye all these bitter people I know we say they can champion on this a year in internal election to cause mayhem to discredit NDC. And today when I be Dr. Obito of Ayabwati Jan 2020 election, the party appointed him and position money play on one adoption committee or more adoptee committee no kahumbi. And now more statement and say NDC is incompetent. NDC cannot even manage his own affairs. And to Dr. Obito of Ayabwati Jan, I'm not expecting say or be expecting any appointment from NDC. Say Omame survey in the name of the party as far as 2024 election, and I'll be highly disappointed if NDC goes ahead to nominate or to appoint to be the of Ayabwati Jan. So Omramambe play role as far as 2024 election is concerned. I'll be highly disappointed. The entire highly disappointed say Ayabwati Jan has not shown good leadership as a senior party member. He has shown his bitterness against the candidate of John Dramani Mahama. Mahama nyina bebia nkasente of Ayabwati Jan da. For Ayabwati Jan kasa wakasa nyina timikase NDC for here a leader who can think. Of Ayabwati Jan commenting me no NDC needs a leader who can think. It means Mahama as a leader cannot think. Now how can you work under a leader who cannot think? Now Mahama is the leader of the party. Until all the appointments are Mahama say. How do you want to work under a leader? Ghana phone say he cannot think. And I'm not expecting NDC as a party. I know so for Ayabwati Jan, we know that rapport. But I am not expecting NDC to nominate or to appoint Obito of Ayabwati Jan as far as 2024 election is concerned to play any role, because of Ayabwati Jan then say he wants Mahama to lose every election so that he stand vindicated. No, I can't say, oh, my Ankasa Mahama wa bon. Ankasa Mahama will be a penny bio. And Tisani Pano, young funny man, make a winning team home. Mom, yes, I'm mistaken to cry. Opeso tunaba of a what kasa wakasa nyina said there's no one who be jina kiuma to Obama John Dramani Mahama as even a party member. Because always want to stand vindicated. No, because man catch him some Mahama in the pabodi ni want me near Jumano. That is what. And Timo Amon can say, oh, ya to Abana we and intino obi amrefi. No. Nana, you say election is all about numbers. But running political party is not always about numbers.
Some subtractions are pluses.
Yes. Who conform to say Kwaku and you now command position. Some player.
Some additions.
But I don't think the current NDC leadership they are so damaged that how say where?
No, on the altar of togetherness or on the altar of
so be say you want to be
cooperation.
So be am pam.
Onana pam no ho.
Yes.
On ground pam no ho.
But ni nyina echi no so mo na adwuma sesi a obeye. Ba mo fa ma no because na adwen ni say. Mo ma na adwuma opposition to ha no de aye tia party no. Dr. Dufo this contest yebusa ni say abatu akotete sector frahwe ase wana ya obutu se uti anye ye obi anim so belusu se ulusu ade na abeye obeye adwuma say he is not ready to work with obia
on na
adwen nyepe.
His philosophy is different.
So Dr. Dufo mo kan no say onye ready so ni obia abeye adwuma obi on na adwen nyepe. It means enkrofo Dr. Dufo Eddie omo appoint omo managing campaign say Kwaku anyi do ho Alotejo Corps Philip Baff Philip Baff for of Yabo Tijan any radio nunu no omo mka ho nyina no Dr. Dufo no omo nyina ya adwen enti no omo ye adwuma because wakasa ono no wo lusu election no a wa won share the same vision no woni wunya adwuma enti for him to have been managed by these people no it means Dr. Dufo ni sankrofo no ya adwen now Dr. Dufo me ati say onu vision ko na Mahama vision ko. And if Dr. Dufo mu nyina ya adwuma ma no as their leader cannot work with Mahama because there's a vision difference. We are not expecting any of them to play any critical role under John Dramani Mahama leadership as a flag bearer of NDC. Said the beya Mahama no onko oni ni team no onko any party structures no no omunko so mu lusu a enim so na lusu omo we ni enim so no ma we ni. They shouldn't give any room for anybody to come so baba ye bibio in the name of party unity, in the name of party unity. No, go and listen to commenter Dr. Dufo and Crawford make as if they knew anything called party unity. And NDC should learn this. Yes, election is about vote, but managing party is not always about numbers. It's about loyalty. So a loyal person are managing the party affairs, you can be rest assured. Because and then we NDC ni now so party ekoteswa you wakuma beto yam because we nim the we are and Crawford mo ye adwuma sisi we say fifi kote you cannot approach him so kwa strike deal we say ketia you cannot approach him so kwa strike deal but young Crawford when the election was going face to pen on face here trustworthiness any issue on face here NDC has gone beyond that now President Mahama Ansah be the leader of the party now President Mahama this is not the first time because NDC co-opposition no though constitution no say to about leadership position goes back to the chairman. But since 20 Professor Mills died to Mahama be a president every 2012 we be seen Mahama has always been the leader. Those that the constitution is a chairman no still Mahama is the leader. And for them kojiska programs are who me nyanya ho free eba now no fundraise omo here for Congress. One a lead here, one a solicitor for those money in John Dramani Mahama to where they just say because official being there about to honum. Our more here him say betimiako. But the mama ni say, "O correct 20 is it 2016?" Say Professor Mills Wurechino. Omuko koye popular acclamation Kumasi ana.
That was 2012.
That was 2012. Professor Mills say you omuko popular acclamation. And no. Mahama got about 85%.
Yeah.
Of the popular acclamation. It means 15% of AM Crawford and our party movie say yes, Mahama.
Wasn't 85 or so?
85 was 85. You can check. And if my memory says 85. And the 15%
yes
was
or no vote.
Yes or no. 15% say no. Okay. 85%, you know. Last 4 years, Mahama Esa Aircon. I didn't see ye. When you 2016, they saw no be uncontested. 2016 was no oppose ana.
No, only Alabi.
Only Alabi Munako. That was I'm talking about 2016.
2016.
Only Alabi Mudiani 2018.
Yeah, 2016 unopposed.
Unopposed. Obi Adenampre. Then 2018. When you're 95%. And to cover 2012, 85%. 20
okay, on your acclamation on your 95%.
Acclamation 95%. Very good. And our name Dr. Yera Joshua Labimu Diana so onya say 95%. And I say when you're 99%, it means that Mahama Baya more popular and more accepted in the party than never before. And we are expecting to say the same delegates na Koto Abani na so and Krofo Mukuta positions in the party. Branch executive be a play role. Constituency executives will be a play role. Regional executives will be a play role. Local national will be a play role. Former appointees almost don't be a play role. So we are expecting that this 99% endorsement of the Mahama no and reflecting what Juma Mokwakoya was here. Right. Now, and for the victory and this Foso Muhiano and Famra. Who's about MP before ID? Who says a political party in ID? Nobody is talking. Okay. They were just waiting. So, Mahama percentage in Quebec dropping from 95% now from no matter so Mahama has become unpopular. Where is Ben Efson?
All right, thank you. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Kwame Minkaso Ochiamo. Osidia moya mo hwe no monko so saa ebeboa mo a kwadwo eboa so Ochiamo. Okay, so quick one. Do for issue statement. And me producer better patch mummy onya mobi so that you can go through. Okay, so it's here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So do for statement away shunini, and you can read it from your Facebook page. I remain with the NDC, Dr. Kwabena for Bianca's Wajai. Okay, so let's pick some one or two paragraphs. And I read. I have become aware of some concerns from the rank and file of the NDC that I intend to leave the NDC to form another party. I wish to state that I have no such intentions and remain committed to the NDC as I have always been. The NDC is my home, as it is for us all, and I'll always remain loyal to our party. Let us come together towards the cause of victory for our party and progress for our nation. The NDC belongs to us, and we have a charge to keep its flame burning. So let us get to work. Paragraph 2. When I joined the race for the flag bearership of the National Democratic Congress, I was motivated by a desire to see our party thrive as the political party of choice for every Ghanaian. Today, that motivation remains unchanged. Like many before me, I understand that the collective good of our party overrides our personal goals and desires. The internal contest of ideas we engaged in is simply a means to a common end. That is to build upon the hard-won legacy we have come to meet. But if there is anything more I have gained from this period, it is a deepening of my love for the great party from the stories of people. I was privileged to meet on the campaign trail. As such, I remain committed towards the cause of the NDC as I have in time past for as long as our quest for a better Ghana endures. So it goes on and on and on and on and on. Listen, so this is Dr. Dofo. Pacho, Dr. Dofo, a video no ewa or so want to me no be on energy and yet at the crow and yet Jumano. So
Nana Metenda Edema.
No, it's okay. All right. Okay, so Ansah Shako says I'm excited enjoying your show live and clear at Kumasi Edum. This is Tupac Shako. All right, Kumasi for Mechiamunina. Abdul Wahab Kwamnado for is smart. All right. So Nicholas says tell Honto that the job created by Dufo.
If you lost, I mean, again, that's a very a probable question. If you lost the elections and John Mahama decided to make you the running mate of the NDC, would you take it up?
I have my vision. He has his vision. Unless we compare the two visions, they are the same. Otherwise, I would not join somebody whose vision is different from my vision.
If you lost, I mean, again, that's a very a probable question. If you lost the elections and John Mahama decided to make you the running mate of the NDC, would you take it up?
I have my vision. He has his vision. Unless we compare the two visions, they are the same. Otherwise, I would not join somebody whose vision is different from my vision.
If you lost, I mean, again, that's a very a probable question. If you lost the elections and John Mahama decided to make you the running mate of the NDC, would you take it?
This is Dr. Dufo claiming, say, when we near ont mini obia or any vision any the same any juma. Then this is the same person or sing for when this move supernatural say or continue party now on party
with percentage be.
I don't know.
Or 3% crocodile or mountain.
W Nana Quadragman Rollins. Yeah, ye can first lady move first lady, ye can first lady so my ye politics a Juma power Ghana ha. Obia no bet me a beating an argument, no do ewo NDC. Ye nim na hofama, and ye Juma.
I disagree.
That is the opinion.
Yeah, I disagree.
Maybe a woman, I've followed the woman. Yes, I have my disagreements with her, but the contribution to the NDC establishment, you cannot overlook. Ghana, first lady be anywhere. Organizing ma, yachi gari, Saturday 1st December, biba mampon, ene ma nye juma ye. So, ono kura kote party pokrano, ono, onumpo. Now walk I'm not for wine. Never sorry say. Now you know you're clear. What party? If you don't go grab a beat you. But listen, this is do for you. Now claiming say or the suum say or babu and also the suum was say no.
Kora the di kind. I was seeing you who say akukọ ne ntakra ene ma ne ho ye fe na ntakra bone de fe nyinam kwatere kwa akukọ ne ntakra ene ma ne ho ye fe na ntakra bone de fe nyinam kwatere kwa akukọ bi wo ho ye fe na akukọ nsense ntakra wo ne ho pa ba ne ho nya akọ unim kontwa
kontwa
edu ba bi a kontwa kura ho akọ kontwa ne komu nyina enwi ni ho enti untutu ne ho kro no no atutu ne ho dada but edu ba bi a kontwa ho akono cha akokon sense ayensu asa abo no enti no se dodo aye penti yese amayosem sebi nsamafo krampo si ye pedodo na enye ya atiasefo enu nti na sabi dudu obia nti no na obia mra
yesi
enye ne sa
yesi dudu owura afanyina ye from pan
na ade a owura dofo aye no memene no a ekasa krata we no enkamen apology letter of apology
finito
se memene no a ene ya na meka se nya mitiri ene si ne konso ene nya ma adwen ya da mitiri mu ene da na ne tiri mu ba se memene Dr. Dofo Kwabena Dofo a papa panimu na nka me na madi mfie aduowotwe baako a
ne maye de maye yi a
ena maye ade a agu mi ho animu ase ama manim agu ase poto ama mafere a ama masafoe agome akamia ekame cho letter of apology na masre mama yuko say ama yosem na me shada ntiase sa enka be fa because I'm past so one shada ntiase sa na ek wa trash say I was misled what you say na ka ya fe ye hu say nipa bonfo bi It sounds say oyonko bone say obrapa. Nipa bonfo bi na aba be hye efie ho na omo yes anema. Me gidi say nka party fo ni bi kura betimi de ache no. Ama na nimonyam a sese atwitwi fom no. Kenne no ka party fo na be fa ne say oh enye hwe. But to make it look as if say onye eboni bia no. Eno kura in itself no eyeboni. And me, Sabi, like President Kufuor will always put it, the NDC should eat with Dr. Dufour as though they are eating with the enemy, but with a long spoon. Because ultimately, Ebia say, unless you think, of course, he has breached some portions of the party constitution, and you think, say,
which he has not.
It could be subjected to maybe a debate and maybe whatever sanctions, no. Which of course, who say will be a petition and a BB. Of course, if there is a petition and you find him to be guilty of such, your friend saying a party, my friend is saying party BBB. I think that makes someone no. If someone does things that are not anti-party conductor, anti-party conductor, then they can subject him to disciplinary committee for sanctions and all that. But until such a thing happens, until such a thing is even thought of, no. Maybe the criteria or before true. Oh, so when you're bonibia. Sebi unko wi akukutri e ma na nsoso dae wa wi akukutri kwakuo yi ekwa fa so wu ye hwehwe e na wakwa wi ni tiri e na wa esoso ankasa dae boni ben na wa ankasa wa ye a wu susu se enu ti ebe ma obi adwen se o kwati wa man yoku oh ewi ase na du ba bi a enye nyini nyina na ye nyansa o enye nyini se obi anyini na ye nyansa. First of all, enyoma baaku mienu a wo sha ase nipa bebre tu fo wantie ebe kan nan ame akoto aba wa hwe osuban ya oda na die na sabi NDC wo hoyi ya obia ni ma dia alotejo kopsi ya NDC enim guase a oda kan NDC kokwa ni do hu anim guase a oda kan NDC Frisba from crowd they say behind the scene attacks. What must I say? Because I kind of Mahama, what can NDC? Already for me, you say NDC. Sabi, will be a benefit to Mutan. And he say, a cobasa, ye quaco franca tuni. Now be could be necessary and your dream bonnie now be creating Mamma Cotomua. Cut away and I won't throw. But Obia who say, oh, I dream bonnie. Me abaya me yasa obi beji wadi say wuni adwen bone because adwen bone no what dan edi ama obi ehu wa kasa na obegina bedwam ka che say because party no enhyehyeye no esin to abam at the time I wo kra wo kasa wo referee race ni mu no wo say wo technical men no omo party headquarters a omo siki redress na sabi ujan krani mu na otetin krani and now we now see election no unyini say NDC betimi conduct a fair a free and fair election and unti no wo redraw ade a wo see NDC for ntimi nya free and fair elections no uwie ya no wasa akoto aba uwie ya no wasa akoye campaign ma oba orado fo ti wa wani wu be dem afere kura wa fere ani brebri e wo yi ana ani kese e wani ye potwa e fa nko hunu aprinkins ma
all right
anu ti no me de party NDC no hwe enye nipa dom say odom bia ena kufa do ba me nyini so mbaje no me sa na me hu oradofo pepepe
akra ko ni kese bi so chia
me jene super
Robert Coleman yeah, Wembley Sports Complex.
Oh, Robbie.
Also, share live Facebook.
Oh, okay. Oh, Robbie, you mini papa. Mini papa, me young but
for cry, you papa.
Mini papa.
As a club, the question you papa. I don't know what you call Momuko, Kumase.
Mini baby, I'm going to share all the book.
We are saying,
me, wouldn't say me, wouldn't see a me. Anyway, quick one. Wouldn't say Dr. Dofo, Neil Letter, went to me, I congratulate JM.
Messi Adrian Bonnie wouldn't trim.
Kojobons are congratulating Mahama.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
But one considered defeat even before the election was declared. Was he? Did he?
No, he did.
Very good.
He did.
Or considered defeat.
Yeah.
Before the election was.
I think say
no. Or congratulating or the fry.
What we say? On Kojobons no. The way now on Koyan in your man. Saboni when it's trim crana. We can say and
here are Kojobons. Ma on trust to be placement. Brad, year before, all the allegations are Dr. Dufo a level against the party. I doubted the credibility of the election NDC for conduct. Kojo Bonsu say he agrees now supporting BBA year before Eka.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Kwabena so also agree na the Dr. Dufo Kabiano and can support Dr. Dufo a yellow suit, you know.
From the letter that said he is calling for calm.
They say,
say na no. Ono joy. Kwabena no not joy FM for any other station na omo twetwe no. Oka we chire we ya. No akoka we achire we. Oka we chire we ya. No, I know you're into the stories no time be contradictory. Yeah, I do know you.
Kojobonsu, I supported Dr. Dufo Bibia Oyemo. But last minute, no, I'm not Dr. Dufo Tomu. Bibia no bet me in a free move. And tonight you need to be play smart. Say the bear, he will not be pushed into that dish. But already we will that. Because he can't tell me, say, won't Timmy Abram be champion be through anything. Untima can't say the Dr. Dufoye Viano. Untima can't say, Asma Dr. Dufoye. Sorry, I brought Chibuntu in and Bote Eshan. How no Casa
or the Abra,
not in the sofa Buntu. Now no question for her. And two things I can't say, yes, the Dr. Dufoka, I find this movie I no correct. Me supportino. On for party no court. Or can say crash support is a party no, or the Dr. Dufoya, you party in postponing election no. Because Dr. Dufoka be no correct need to be addressed. And you say any patrona to me try home, my cat. But can't say you are calling for calm. Come from where? It's not toy, you know. I feel now after Bonsu as well. Yan is our money. It should be bold enough. Said an anacron do ye bold no. Now me whom be Ojana will be a Mudada. And Tira Kojobonsu, ma on Chino and Fenfrim. Now, you see, a do sabre ya. And then Crawford, a babacato. I will work with Mahama. I can work with Mahama. Now, Mahama, but some crowd Mahama bet me na Juma. The personality Mahama don't know him. Bonsam pony the Bay Juba. And Sierra Kojobo say yes, ready to work for Ayam Mahama. Go to Ashanti region. So also we will influence. Ashanti region is the biggest region in terms of constituency. And Intino now opens up position instead of Baya, Ubetime rally the Ashanti region. Now they beat Trabre NDC. Go back to Ashanti region. You don't need Mahama to work for NDC. Obi be a person here, Jumama NDC. You don't need Mahama or Sedin Ketia to work for NDC. Yewra Kojobo go to Ashanti region. Constituency be now Yejuma. Yanko go constituency no woman say NDC results what the same. Who be mayor? Our Ashanti region, Kumasi, Metropolitan Assembly Kesiye, Obeye Juma, with all this record, and ka ubet me cry so NDC for monto about me last election me play this critical role our Ashanti region and took off your results 2016 but 2 we one acquire him and team mumam sa position but you have no that records and we don't even have proper records in Ashanti region. Ashanti region cause the big whips say where NDC moa obi anyaka NDC awo so obi abebo samosapon Unyaka NDC sep obi abeka Alaji Ohinaji kum Alaji Sani obi abodi ba Alaji Sani holding any position bigger to the position Akojo Bonsu holding in the NDC in Ashanti region. But why is it that obi aka Alaji Sani
Akojo Bonsu boni dia ase NDC Ashanti region obi amuni
obi anim no adenti ne boy NDC din obi aka Alaji Sani ne enka Akojo Bonsu. But yet you think say ne enka emfa position ma because we say Ashanti region a bigger constituency and we say NDC assign or muntino we can use it as a bargaining tool to secure position in the NDCs. No, you can't use Ashanti region. Because Ashanti region say be omunye cheap and aba be issue mo. Ti Kwajo Bonsu so be ya adwuma ma NDC ni Mahama. Like I said, you don't need Mahama. Don't be going to Mahama's office. Don't go to a Sedin Kete party headquarters. One can mobilize your own resource. The same way I mobilize your resource, I already told Ghana your campaign. No? The money that you got to buy that a year nomination forms, no 500,000. No? Mobilize your own resource. Set up your own campaign team. Set up your own door-to-door, house-to-house campaign team. Nakwa Ashanti region, all the regions, 16 regions, no. Nakwa Koye Juma, NDC and Ghanaians want to see you working. We don't want to say, oh, bedu campaign time. Na Mahama convoy chemwa, na Kwajo Bonsu na touchline. Na edu se betwa Mahama picture no aba bejina mu bi. No am da Kwajo say yes, we follow Mahama campaign. No. Go and campaign. I said in Ketia 2020 election. As a general secretary, was set up the campaign team. Oyejuma Mobia Hunye. 2024, he will do more. You don't need Mahama. Because victory ni ba. The victory ni Mahama no le lead Makoji victory no. Now them a victory ni mrane. The uncrophobia sebi they will not need Mahama approve a crowd for them to secure positions. Enti Misramo some penyumfo we ye ready for so that's who NDC no mu yeah because NDC in sanction no. Though say ye ready for suba wa dan di at say we ye peeved, we ye bitter about their question. If Dufour wants to work for NDC, Dufour doesn't need Mahama before he can work for the party. On Konko na Juma. Udi okoya wa settle media. Said the ways of the Edi Mahama chino. Ukra do bebre. Udi ama fa Dr. Dufour now we refim door to door. Now ode ba. Now Konko fofum. Omo abebo omo otimi ado. No mado fufu abetimi awo no. No atimi awo. Se gari no bi twi a. No abo no atwi. No akwa Ashanti region. Na mon kofa vote from Ashanti region. Emeka NDC vote ho. No more winning. And in here, mo be anko party in Concord State.
Top choco, top chocolate spread. Yeah, the fat brudum. Sa what wabonka? Aye, one at the top choco 3-in-1. Abba, the muda papa. When you be ayo ho. Pacha ya be constituencies ni to. Person here adro imbus. Heba mesha opo sini adro. The boosting immune system no. Ma oho ye dene ugina wona so papa bi omamu pharmacy ni herbal shops abusu apeso from 0246 208496 listo yamo constituencies no tell Kwajo Jones Kwajo Jones on dan
Maria Hussein back no but we wish our brother better luck next time.
Yeah. Then Adam Agbana.
Adam Hodona say no me no I'm confused.
Yes.
Because I didn't yakanya we
Adam Agbana issue no. Na enipa ye no say ombeha abrante no. Adam Agbana what happened ne say omoto abani wie no. Adam Agbana na okura 360 ana ni opponent no enya 359 tio 359 okay one regional chairman mia madafu agbavito yisi no sa kana now sa die onom so on be recounting enti Adam Agbana enkofa ne die nemra no mo nsan kai omo kai na 360 anom ko kai ni opponent ne die no na 359 Yes, maybe. Yeah. Na woman say ayire woman say oh your friend say person almost say a kai validate a ballot papers no you de to aba no. And during the validity no and who said 2 foreign materials 2 ballot papers are yan sign so ewo edem agbana de enu and abaako so wo abrante no the opponent ni de enu na edem agbana ona easy ballot papers ona here so
okay enti ya ba be ka se ne abodro
enti akoba asa no also ene yanyi edem agbana de etu no emfrim de yanyi abrante we su de baako no emfrim na kire say atai. But the fact that when him say last minute no you see rap now or Edem Agbana a constituency one party constituency executives nibi and then regional executives nibi yeah I almost plan and what they did was that okay almost any BBA a bit making sure say Edem Agbana and him pink sheet ni so no Edem Agbana ne reps signed the 360 certified the opponent no Crawford sign 359 certified omo be yes aka na 21 no ano yisi ne pen ene ko twa mu ene o matro we 369 we so 369 359 359 the 359 no obia Crawford sign. So on the pink sheet, the Edem Agbana reps assign a year certified
360.
A year 360 no. A year new opponent no so Crawford assign the 359. In the other day, and now cause baby the pen. Eko twa ademu. A year will be answer here.
That's
fine.
That's criminal.
Fine. Because even with a year check, so will be true check. Na ebia or getting wronger. That's what chemo so or science from or be science from me boa. Into so the pen chemo. Sanka ne papa mu a Edem Agbana reps they should sign. Yes sir. Say we any new idea ya dia too. Nanka I opponent no so almost there is no signatures on it. So as we speak, the only certified document with the EC a year Edem Agbana LED with 360, one opponent want 359. You know the one is certified from both sides. Almost on between Ansah. So that one is pending, and me say Edem Agbana say play my run off me say, and I'll support him. That my uncle run off the party hierarchy must declare Edem Agbana as the winner. Finito. Finish. Say, regional chairman, Nene Crawford, someone Tiasia. No, nobody cares. They should declare. Because Akolana Bayano, Oniska, Mumuska, Mudiska, Netuaye. And this fine gentleman, you can't tell me that you just want to push him out of, service. No, anyway, so your friend said, Domi Kwabena, Baba Sadik, and I feel so, Okankwe Central. It be bright is we need.
Yeah, it be right.
It be me candidate name we need.
Yamutu.
Me candidate name we need. But he did well. My candidate did well.
Yeah, I'm sure because the way I didn't acquire. No,
yeah. And some judges who gab no na no shit. ABF saying
the downfall of a man is not the end of his life. Kwabena mamini kind and Shasi and free Asante mem
yeah
na menko such a Afran plains. baby a Hajia Afra Ewini.
A young girl, right?
Yeah, a young lady. Hajia Nasira Afra. Obia onim amayosem wo domponso ebe catch you say because of how hono settlers area no ene baby a nkronkro no ehyehyehye ni nti no baby a wo pese oye omumra hye bedwa wo se oti wo mo ase eti demographics na se papa enye baby a eti se bi akumasi krodua mu a ebi a you can easily become MP and if you cry out and cry now to quite koba anyway antisa such a from plains here baby a juma pa omo ye wo pa ye mfuo
okay
no modo
okay
and a friend is saying nipa ati ho no akuafo no omo epe nipa sebi omo ni omo betimi atokese
yeah
anase edinkita ho enti enye baby a mi ankasa no senka ebi a me prescribe ama minua Dufo Junior enka me prescribe ama no because you have to be obi a oni moto twi a odi be kokoko mfuo mu akochacha omo. That's how community net here.
Yes, what iPhones
oh mete but me inform any code.
Yeah, it's not true.
Okoche me tell yes watch Android ne phones ne 5,000. But me research that's what
big catch them say no correct.
But me name say no correct say no correct. I cannot attest to it. But 5,000 a day.
5,000 per delegate.
Per delegate.
Oh, I'm not
no
sure.
Watch I not there.
5,000.
No, I can
50 million.
Me name say better say delegate bet makasa but no. Some delegates got it. No, me ni obi say me team studio e nyina no. Met me kura
50 million.
Oh, Kwabena.
5,000.
Ebi ana me nim say better say me ni nipa na kodi nkomo wa echi.
Anyway.
Ebi a me ni bet makasa echi no bet makasa.
Don't worry.
Na won ka say the okache me say obo ana say no kura.
I see.
Yes, he paid. In fact, the plan was to pay 20,000. Now was selected a nipa 350, almost 600. So we try 20,000. Enti me tia me yam she me papa. So 20,000 and nipa no krebia e fie be se dukura no hu. So 20,000 bi da. Enti ene so we try de ene munyina sika no ba bi free ba no. Say not body asemba. Or trenchemba omuso mu anamebo. Enti no in the end, after 3 days camping, after Nyoma CC or camping, Nimu Nipadodo campo or Moni Ninechi, Kwabena Dufo Junior lost. Me de beye futu amayina say so we asena sebi no matter what. So we na o papa na obi bia wo ne ebo bra pra wo ne etu anamo bi no oya de na enya se kire ne ka kire no sometimes o ka kire ne kura na so wonti a bra badwam ma obi ehu se de oya no ne nya adwe me giri se senkenya no a nke bi a nka oye parliamentary candidate ene ye to so mienu sika ento nipa ade e wo se edi tu e ho no nipa ni nkita ho abribia na nkita hodie no emayemma ne nye se nipa sabi I tell
5,000 there, I doubt it.
5,000 what he was ready to pay 20,000
5,000 no
it's confirmed. Oh, he was ready to pay
delegates 5, not delegates
600
no yes
600
on 600 now mobile
or can pay 300
or can put 300 350
or can pay 350
350
and on ya say
200 and something
100 for on fine
so my JD
you better go show
where
5 okay so
350 million
yeah 350 times 5,000
you say okay
say
350 times 5,000 okay let me see
5,000 Ghana
okay so 5,000
hey that is huge money
times
now we're betting up as far as 20,000.
That is 1,750,000. They had budgeted 13 million. As at the time, yes, as at the time, I was in touch. He was ready to go all out.
That was the maximum.
Yes.
It was no share other delegates na holding. And now who say there was no
other contenders.
Other contenders. There was no need paying the 20,000. No fees. It's kind of move to 1,595,000 plus ITEL funds.
And you drop on su bank beko 5,000.
Also, Papa no any na ha junior. Wama junior bokagu.
There be junior no ye tune for. Right from the onset, some of us here kasachire and say junior. Adie we bibi timo hwe ni ye. Na eja almost akofa researchers from America. Ntina say twa so. Anyway, all right. Yeah.
So hono robon so asem no. Ye nyina de be futu ama ye nyina ye ho. Afra eni omo eto kese ni omo din kita ho all this while. Since about 4 or 5 years ni onu omo akasa ni omo din komo ni omo din kita ho. Ene omo ahye na onyam.
Yeah.
You know, I would always recommend say, nipa only nipa sanya and nini.
Baby ana den pa so ye Kwabena.
Adweso so minu aba na we ne ye.
Adweso na ye hwan
Jerin Asante
okay.
Me ofa baako.
Okay.
And so
okay. We have the next 5 minutes to go, so let's run through.
Your friend is saying Electoral.
Yeah.
Oh say nyame o shawa no ehirawo. Me catch Eli say e wom say ye afremu de. But me hu ni say God has already crowned you. And that crown na nyame de ahyewo no. Ade say wan kasa we yi ato atwene. Because set from nowhere what befa constituency etimi ama they say gapa na edam ntem woni MPP ntem a close wa ba bedru almost best 19,000.
Yeah.
Say 20,000. Na wan kasa wunuanom ana say o chairman o party chairman a e wo say nka onu na true kohwe nkwa no. O say obetru akohwe wu a nyankopon wonae. Sani onu abegina studio ha kan say delegates omo to abama ano no omo nya nkwasiafo no. Ene omagina bedwem no nka say delegates omo to abama Electoral no omo nya nkwasiafo ana. Say she is your candidate. So your chairman nko de. You cannot say no. You can know you be two. Or power radio so make us on your campaign.
But what we have heard is or say or better MPP for.
Or better.
Yeah, no.
And yes, I know you be young adwuma. So bet na ho no matimi aton de a. Esa no ara.
Ye be ba no so.
Ye nyimi ye. Ye yan fa ye ready enya campaign na wo wanu mufu na wo de obedi na ye ode. Edu wa ye be hwe. Eti ano de Electoral must just be rest assured say ye tanachi till say oba we ni seat no e de ama NDC. Make up him die ye be bobo aba 2024 a ye be ka say Electoral awini. Menna me ye adwuma se si ye be bia menam bia do me Kwabena damano a me ye adwuma ne den kopim say obe ko parliament.
Baba Sadek is like to say obetumi
Baba Sadek will win his seat. His seat na be ko parliament on the ticket of NDC. Minua Adumakon Ernest Adumakon Kion sa seat no ebeko mrahye bedwam after 1992 a omo call mrahye bedwam no. This will be the second time at NDC ebeko mrahye bedwam on the ticket of with the candidate or the candidature of a friend is saying
Ernest
Adumakon Kion or call mrahye bedwam.
Yeah.
Me fakonya we so
then quick one on Dr. Grace Ayensu.
Yes, wonderful. I don't count be na maniaji. In fact, Western region there and where me tu akotena kakra.
Dr. Grace Ayensu.
Yeah, because hono because ye adwuma o homa no the last election no. She won, but I don't know the way now NDC for no maybe they will have to be oriented into knowing how after having won the seat, you know, move me up home by because some their soldier for now me call do kahono and on side the in fact, judgment crab by in her favor. The party, you know, did not do much. And I said you got the aqua file appeal, so then they. And I think say this is the first time Obano with me even at the first attempt, it's me seat, you know. You got lost. Whoever the MPP brings, you know, I'm not sure it's likely to win against her. So we should support her.
Yeah, fantastic.
Excellent, because I nearly was going to be, you know, because not me to studio and I'm a taste wa rainy. I feel they not me control me home with a microphone. Many papa because there are people that we need in parliament. Anytime Bia Mete Okuja Tonka, Nina Juma all year, the kind of zeal or the year Juma, the poisonous for action, no. Se mi hu Sadiana, Nama Felix, Adana Felix, any Rashibedrum. And I think it is like that with so many people are minimum more can't Felix Kwachi for Suha Sam say Ebeye Fese Yebehu Rashibedrum. Like Suhini, like or any other person that Sebi. Nipa ulusu bakwa ya Ras Mubarak. Yeah, Bawa there I foresaw him lose because Sebi lawyer now contesting no. Or you'll be a John Muhammad na ye jumada. Enti no minim sa lawyer no minim na ho keka. And a Bawa no also the Bawa we lawyer Bawa and Edward Bawa. This Bawa na oba abeshe na no. Sebi ni human relation good. Edward Bawa ni human relation poor.
But not oye PRO Edema, I think MP and now boss one of the institutions. So I wonder, say Edward Bawa ni relationship with the media and Kranaya too bad. Oh, where ebi mu feel say Mrashibe Dwamu no okwa eyono na ye MP. Onim say oye representative. O ya soma for ya soma ho. Et say dey was soma kola say koton kate breme. What you say? So we are MP who sa na some or some pet or constituency will always make you represent them because they feel say or masuma will be or yes macro. But so you say poor more powers now be Lord who over them trying to make yourself more relevant than them. Then they will show you the red card. I think it is also so with Miankasa. Me don't for me penas and papa ABA Fuseni. But I think say I will wish them good luck next time. Yeah. However, they should work on how they interrelate with human. Okay, so Emily Arthur Shama constituency also.
Wow.
Yeah, she won. All right, Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic Simen Cancer Ghana for or the Bright Soldier capsules and a Bright Garlic Plus capsules aba. Gaso na there there were more so sembua Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic who kone so mo esa ya there yankai Ghana for say a year West Africa Farmer Healthcare Exhibition a year second edition baso nyame adma 16th 17th 18th May na just ochna ni ukwada ene ne yawada ewo Accra International Conference Center Grand Arena about from Ray Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Trade and Industry of Ghana. Some was support for a year a kurudu. Na one more tonsa afre a year and padom samomre was suicide event to cover a year entire pharmaceutical medical healthcare industry, no, with over 100 companies representing pharmaceuticals, medical industries, pharmaceutical machinery and technology, hospitals, healthcare, clean room technology, and the account bebre. Omotonsa Eddie Afre Omanfo. Watchna Ewo a year Accra International Conference Center. Amount from Ray. Street Party Gusu Tabia Bar Center and the city Bar Center. Edomasi. And I say, command the Paduma Omotienka. And then we are done, we are out.
say onipa bia kan kro ene ne ba aya na ejine sisi so nanso ekoba se sisi ne ho kotechima ene na asempa ene dia bon eno ti na make for tabia herbal capsules e dia ma say yesisi ya dia pa ana agi onipa bia na boso dia bomodia ne num tabia herbal capsules na abo yi di usisi mama mai na wanya sisi etimi abo adwuma pa say ya ayemtim ana agi yefunu ya boso ama wuntimi nya wo ho hia bomodia ne num tabia herbal capsules na etimi yi ne befi afini pedienim ama wo yefunu ada ho tabia herbal capsules ebuso e pharmacy shops any herbal shops e wo wiase afa na nyina ana afre ahomatrufo yi 0243686861 kai se wo ma akranufo wo your painful ana wundi infedu wo twia unnum bi tabia herbal capsules wo sunum Usika semen koyiana quick credit siasia se sika pe ennafo intina yaba se ye be churcha wo yam bosia bon hyehyɛ yɛn ho wutumi babosia edifi asia ye 3500 Ghana cedis edeko na nea wo hia ne wo national ID card wo hia se wo betu susu wo hia awowa yɛn giseke bia nto ho wo nsanso hia se wo ne yɛn bebue futuo bia quick credit wo homao say ye dwana wo pese wudi ana wo pese wo hye ejuma frase ana say your school fees ana bo yeye wo sumi ejuma your phone so ye wo bi mamo na mum kai say ye mobosua e wo internet so afei so romantic akrobia batan Bank of Ghana Ansah wo dwumedie yimu entitutumri kana freyen wo 0302200390 ana 0596920833 quick credits London made simple kai say dwumedie yin hyehyɛ kakra wo ho
CD capsules. My body say.
What body imprensa?
CD ointment. And also,
what brand CD imprensa?
Mo say what pay immune booster pa. Said only papa no buy where Juma said yes sir. Simple. Copper CD capsules. And yarwa mo ball rough. Ye nim so ananti and now ya Juma kakrebi no abra ye so wiki bia.
And ye me how pound no.
And ye what CD capsules in kain. We are so mde kopebia. Wo house water.
And a CD ointment.
E ye do tatashe adawbenya ho no. Ko CD Herbal Center ya. Wo ye CD ointment ni CD capsules no. E wo la shibi Sharam Sport. Ya e Benin 19 Junction. Na ko tie se general body pains. Nya no ko todwe eye no ya. Na e ko na poso honam ya CD ointment. Enti few days shrim e ko ya wonum de CD capsules. Shrim e ko wonum CD capsules no. Na wo de CD ointment so e massage.
Na menya ni nyina bi wo he.
Pharmacies, chemical and herbal shops. Dodwa from 050-5767-425 and now 0209-682836. A pay for about a woman manu for no kwada when you feel you nunca. FD, I should say a dreading crowd to my jatum say.
Mira, na de na ofre djuma ba ya se waye bosan se. E di asemwa.
Binihwe mafo kwa na ekwo wo mo animu. Bosia kra mi pedia me de abobra so a. Menya bi.
NES3. Eclipse Collateral Management for Abamaye. Waye Prime Brokerage Service. Na no se de etienie. So we japade na wo ho nkrata. Wutumi de nkrata ne beja Eclipse Collateral Management. Na so bi so we japade ebia na ne nkrata no animu ano. Na ope bosia. Ye de wo nkrata ne yensi echi ba manipa no ejibosia etua ehon faso ma wo ankrata ne ye wo de ni di free
nese woni akura ntie
emane ha okra esan se wono so wo ajapade a wo de ba yenti no eno na bank de beton boabra won kwo wo de ne ho kra
na chesa me nkrata da dem no ebetumi amamanya sika wo bra me japade no ehon nka
sapepepe wo be hu Eclipse Collateral Management e wa Denta Pantai Junction at Denta new site wa 0543832466. Eclipse Collateral Management. Think safety and decent income.
Hey! When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Abama Huaden.
Refuse to grow. Any offense will be counted.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and you're ready for Musa Moya Hubano. And Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a Peja immune system Nabribia. Ya Yarientimu. So say, dear, a month for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, do the one dance yes, and Yarwa who Nipa and Nina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a whole car. No, you must hyew nyina no ɛbɔ yɛ ho ban afiri ho ɛna wɔn mpo a wɔn wɔ nyarewa ne dada na wɔn nom doctor enuro no ɛnom imbusaba mesha no a ɛmo mo ahoɔden pintin ya wɔn nti mpo sɛ yare ɛhyɛ wɔn ho imbusaba mesha ɛwɔ kan